What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, the healest of ballers, and we are back with another interesting, exciting, and glorious episode of the Losers Lounge podcast. I am joined by one of my boys, the Double R Restaurant. What is up, dude? How you doing?
How's it going, man? Doing real good. Happy to be back.
Back.
What a week it was.
Let me tell you, man, so much professional wrestling, and also I'm not alone. We have Christian freaking Maracle. What's up, dude?
I am doing great. This was honestly a wonderful weekend. I enjoyed being gone in New Jersey and having a great time at my third WrestleMania. And just these shows itself in general were great. I mean, I wasn't in the audience for any of the other events, but it was just WrestleMania. But that's okay because it was all fun nonetheless.
Most definitely.
Whew. So, Willie, what are we going to be talking about?
We are going to be talking about TakeOver Brooklyn 5, not TakeOver New York, TakeOver Brooklyn 5, and also WrestleMania 35. Birthday, man, y'all know.
5 and 5. I like it.
But they are also wondering, where are KELSEY and Connor? Well, KELSEY is hanging out with friends, I believe, but she's probably at work. And Connor is at the gym. So he's clanging and banging, so that's where he is.
Yep. And unlike last week's edition, or should I say last week's 6-hour-long extravaganza.
Oh, yes.
This is just us losers. There's no guests. It's just us. So, in other words, the time most likely will be shortened.
Which is a good thing.
But it still could go pretty long because we have a lot to talk about.
Most definitely.
Without being said, we'll get started. But before we do, I want to take this moment and say that a couple days ago, I announced the creation of the Optimistic Hall of Fame, which will be added to the Optimistic Awards at the end of this year. And I also announced on my social media that the first inductees, the headline inductees, are none other than us, the Losers Lounge ourselves. And so I'm going to ask, Willie, what do you think about becoming an Optimistic Hall of Famer?
Man, it's a fantastic honor. I couldn't be more happy. And, I want to say congratulations to all my other losers out there. And we did it, dudes. It's awesome. Yep. Too sweet.
And, Ryan, what is your thoughts about becoming an Optimistic Hall of Famer?
It's an honor. It's truly an honor. It's amazing accomplishment. And I couldn't be more happy to be part of the first ever Optimistic Hall of Fame. It's just really amazing. Thank you very much.
Yep. All right. So we're going to get started, and we're going to start with NXT TakeOver New York, or as we call it, Brooklyn 5, because let's be face it, Barclays Center, Brooklyn, it's been there 4 previous times. Why they called it NXT TakeOver New York is dumb, because if they did that, why couldn't it just be at MSG? I mean, sure, MSG had the G1 Supercard the following night, yes, but why not?
Which was, by the way, a very entertaining show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see it, but I'll definitely check it out.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, let's get started.
Let's do it.
Here's a kick things off in NXT TakeOver, and that was the NXT Tag Team title match where the War Raiders defeated Aleister Black and Ricochet in a 21-minute match. And
as expected, this match was awesome.
Yeah, Willie, what was your thoughts on the NXT Tag title match?
Man, I really enjoyed it, the fast-paced action. I love how they always get the NXT pay-per-view started with a tag team match, whether it be Undisputed Era or, this match in general. I love how they get the matches started and just the crowd hot. And, just to wake up the audience, and this match was no exception. They went out there and they did their thing, and it was awesome. I loved it.
Awesome. Yeah, it was. Ryan, what did you think about the NXT Tag title match?
Ryan.
Is he alive?
Ryan. Is he asleep?
Oh, his microphone is muted. I guess we'll have to get back to him.
It's all good.
Sorry about that, folks. That happens every now and then.
It's all good.
But what I will say, I'm going to get my thoughts on it. The War Raiders took on Aleister Black and Ricochet. I was at my cousin's place at Rochester watching this show before I made the trip down to Jersey. And honestly, the War Raiders have been very impressive as a team. What, they were previously in the indie scene as War Machine, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to believe a guy the size of Hansen is the high flyer of the team. Like,
he's amazing.
Like, here's the thing, Willie, have you ever seen a guy that size doing all that crazy shit?
No, never.
And the fact that
besides Bobby Lashley, I mean, back in the day, but his size and his athleticism is crazy.
This is crazy. If someone like Hansen could do that, I guarantee someone like Grimm could do that. I'm just kidding. He can't do shit.
No, you can't, Grimm. You can't do anything, boy.
That's hilarious. By the way, Ryan left.
That's all good. He said he'll be back in a second. Don't worry, folks.
Yeah, the Double R Roster Ryan will be back, but so we'll just continue on, I guess. I mean,
there he is.
Hey, I'm back.
Ah, you're
there
back.
He is.
Sorry, guys. I had some technical difficulties, so I apologize.
That's all right. We're still talking about the same match, so my question to you is, what were your thoughts on the NXT Tag Title match with the War Raiders versus Alistair and Ricochet?
Oh, it was amazing. That honestly was such a great tag team match. I really like when they kick off the tag team matches at takeovers because they really they really get the crowd into it. They know how to get it into the crowd, and that's really how you do a tag team match. That's absolutely amazing.
And what's your thoughts on somebody like Hansen being a high flyer?
It's incredible. It's really unbelievable. But it's just amazing. It just really kind of goes to show, you may be big, but you can still be athletic.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely. Like the impressive things that Hansen does, whether it's the cartwheels or what's next? Is he going to start doing moonsaults? I guarantee he probably can do it.
Yeah.
If he can do that handstand move against the ropes like Ricochet does, I guarantee he could probably do a moonsault. Maybe he could do a 630.
Yeah, let's not think about that.
You're just trying to imagine Hansen doing a 630.
He'll probably get hurt.
That and whoever he lands on as well.
He'll kill the guy.
Definitely. But let's move on to the next match. The next match was very interesting. The NXT North American title match, as Velveteen Dream retained the title against Matt Riddle. And Ryan, what did you think about that match?
I thought it was very good. All around, great pace matchup. I enjoyed the spots. Matt Riddle still has yet to get booked.
Yeah. Someone please put a pair of shoes on that guy.
If you want to wrestle barefoot, whatever, your toes are gonna get stepped on and then probably munched on. Rather than that, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. Here's the thing: nobody would have to worry about if he ever competed in the Kiss My Foot match. No one would have to worry about his feet smelling bad because they're not even in any shoes.
True.
So I'd be like, okay, he's good. So if I had to end up because of his foot, it's no big deal. Willie, your thoughts on Velveteen retaining against Matt Riddle?
It was a fun match. I enjoyed it for what it was. The ending I really didn't expect. I thought Velveteen was going to retain with dirty tactics, but he really didn't. And I'm sorry about that. It was overall it was a very fun match, and I enjoyed it. And I thought there was a little tease of that Riddle going heel, bro. But just a little tease. And overall, I really enjoyed the match. Fantastic.
Here's my other question, which was, what did y'all think of the Statue of Velveteen?
Dude, that entrance was sick.
What'd you think, Ryan?
That was cool.
Statue of Velveteen. It's crazy that a guy like him can pull that off.
He is the Statue of Liberty.
Yep, or as he
or the Dream of Liberty.
Or Statue of Velveteen. That could work.
Velvet Dream. How about that?
Yeah, maybe. That could work. But
yeah.
I honestly thought the NXT North American title match went very well. I was concerned that they were just going to give the title to Matt Riddle early on. And I was like, Matt Riddle, he just got here. I mean, sure, he's like a martial artist or crap like that. And he goes on this dumb charade about saying he's going to retire Brock Lesnar.
Where did all that come from? That's the big question, Matt Riddle. Where did you get all this? You ain't going to retire anybody.
Yeah. Besides, Brock would never even show up if that would be the case.
Yeah, man.
I don't even think Brock wants to face a guy like Matt Riddle anyway.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, we'll get to Brock a little later when we talk about WrestleMania, but
yep.
I will say, it was amazing. Velveteen won the match when he countered the bro lock or whatever the hell that submission is.
Bro mission.
Yeah, the bro mission. He countered that into a roll up and got the victory, which was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Velveteen Dream still your North American champion. With that, we go on to the next match. What'd y'all think of the United Kingdom title match?
Man, this was a brutal
My
fight.
gosh.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
They took each other to win that, let me tell you.
Walter has defeated Pete Dunne, ended the 685-day reign, and is now your new UK champion. So that title's existed for almost 2 years, and there's actually for over 2 years, and there's only been 3 champions.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Dunne.
It's finally over.
Pete Dunne, all the respect to him, right?
Your title reign is done, my dude. You did great, though.
Perfect reign.
Almost 2 years. He was that
Nobody's
close.
gonna
If he
top it.
made it to May 20th or something, that'd be great.
I thought that's what they were going to do and have him beat Walter, but, whatever. It didn't happen.
It's all right, though. Still, it's impressive how long he held the title belt. Much longer than Brock Lesnar was Universal Champion the first time.
Yep.
Which is it's like a thank God moment.
Mm-hmm.
Longest title reign of the last 30 years, I believe. So the last time the title reign went that long, or even close that long, was Hulk Hogan being WWF champion.
Mm-hmm.
For 1,400 days.
Man.
Crazy, right?
It's a long one.
Yep. All right. So, Ryan, your thoughts on the UK title match and how it went?
I thought this was amazing. I thought, honestly, in my opinion, I think this definitely had potential to be match of the night. Without a doubt, oh my gosh, it was so incredible. A lot of amazing spots. I thought for a second Pete Dunne was actually going to retain. He took it to Walter, and Walter's a big dude, but Pete Dunne took it to him, and oh my gosh, that was an incredible matchup.
Mm-hmm.
As for you, Willie, what'd you think of the UK title match?
I will jump off the double RS to Ryan and say the same thing. It was a very good match, a very physical one, too. I mean, Walter, let me tell you, the guy is athletic as heck, and his chops are dangerous. People think Big Show's chops are dangerous, or Mark Henry's, or whoever, these big guys who chop. My God, if you've never seen Walter's chops, go watch TakeOver. Holy crap. And Pete Dunne's chest is now hamburger meat. But other than that, Pete Dunne brought it, and he held his own. He really held his own. I'm surprised he actually hit the bitter end, to be honest. And overall, it was a really fun match. I enjoyed it. And new champ, pretty good.
For 25 minutes, these two put on kick-ass performance. That's pretty much what I can say about it.
Oh, they did, dude.
And I will say this. This is. I'm not trying to be rude here, but if I'm being perfectly honest, I think the UK title situation should not be at just regular NXT shows, and this should just be, say, for NXT UK events to give that more hype.
Yeah, I can kind of see where you're coming from with that.
I mean,
it's a UK championship. It should be associated with that brand. But I think they just want new eyes on the product. They want to expand it to different regions or whatever.
I'm still wondering if they're just going to rename it the NXT United Kingdom title instead of the WWE United Kingdom title.
Don't be surprised.
But anyway, with that being said, let's go on to the next match, a fatal four-way for the NXT Women's title, as Shayna Baszler defeated Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, and Kairi Sane to retain the title.
This legitimately shocked me.
Yeah, you thought? Yeah, well, you believe that Shayna Baszler is probably going to lose and go out to main roster or something?
No, I just thought she was going to lose. I didn't think any about the main roster, to be honest.
Honestly, that's all right. So yeah, Willie, your thoughts on the Fatal 4-Way and how it went?
It was a pretty fun match, sloppy a little bit here and there, but they brought it, and Bianca being the one to tap out of all people, I think they wanted to save the Sky Pirates from, I guess, exposure or keep them strong or whatever. But overall, man, having Shayna retain really shocked the heck out of me. I was like, what? She retained? So overall, it was a fun match. The winner was shocking, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Congratulations, Shayna.
Yep. And Ryan, your thoughts on the 4-Way match?
I thought it was good. I was expecting Shayna to lose, just like Willie said. But overall, you can't deny the fact that this was a very incredible match. Each competitor had its own good spots. But yeah, I mean, even though I got my pick wrong, but I got to give props to Shayna and all of them. That's an amazing matchup.
I believe I picked Shayna Baszler to retain, so that's probably a victory to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I did believe that possibly Bianca Belair was going to become the new champion, especially after the clash in Phoenix in like January.
Oh, she had me there when she looked both Kyrie and Io up for a finish run. You can see the tears in her eyes. She's like, she's gonna win. They both kicked out, and here comes Shayna out of nowhere. I'm like, what's happening? Taps around. I'm like, oh my god! So
Shayna Baszler still the NXT Women's Champion. Wow.
Yeah, man.
It's always cool when they give us these moments where you think something will happen, and then boom, swerved in actually a good way.
I know, right?
I mean, sometimes being swerved is a good thing, but only if done properly.
Yes, main roster.
With that being said, who's ready to talk about the main event?
Oh, boy,
the 2 out of 3 falls match for the vacant NXT Championship. Adam Cole, baby, took on Johnny Gargano in the 2 out of 3 falls match. And congrats to Johnny Gargano is finally the NXT Champion.
Yay. I'm kidding. That's awesome. Well, no, I wanted Adam Cole to win.
Match of the year.
Heck yeah, bro.
Yeah, Ryan, so what were your thoughts on Johnny Gargano's victory here?
He did it. Even though I was rooting for Adam Cole, I cannot deny the fact that Johnny Gargano is a very dang good wrestler. And, despite what people think of him, you have to give respect and you got to give credit where credit is due. Johnny Gargano, he deserved and he earned this moment. So all the respect in the world to Johnny Wrestling. Adam Cole will get he'll get his opportunity one day. But for this time being, I tip my hat off to Johnny Gargano. Incredible freaking match between these two. Probably match of the year. Definitely a match of the year contender. But that's just amazing matchup.
Yeah. As for me, I will say that obviously everybody knows I don't like Johnny Gargano at all.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. But he proved me wrong. I will say he proved me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. Unlike most people, I'm man enough to admit when I've been proven wrong.
Same here.
Like, here's the thing. I don't try to cover up my antics saying I was secretly rooting for him the whole time. Or I knew this entire time. I had no faith.
I was rooting for both guys, to be honest.
Yeah, I know faith.
This is my 2 favorite NXT superstars.
Yeah, man.
I had no faith in Johnny Gargano. I still kind of don't to this day. But I will say that he proved me wrong. I was shocked. I even posted a photo of my reaction on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was funny.
This actually makes me wonder I wonder what watching all these WWE events would be if the lounge was always hanging out during every pay-per-view.
We'd be exhausted, to be honest.
I'm not saying that we would actually attend it, but let's say if we were in the same room all the time.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome, to be honest.
Good reactions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
That would definitely be awesome. So, Yeah, here's the thing. I wanted to bring something up here. Like Johnny, after Johnny's victory, like there were some people who told me, "Are you a believer now?" My response, of course, was still no. I mean, sure, he won. He won the big one. That doesn't mean I have to root for him now. Like there was a guy who actually had the audacity to say, "Apologize to Johnny Gargano for all the bad things he said about him."
Yeah. Hey, speaking of that, Christian, just out of curiosity, because I want to ask you this: what are your thoughts on because I know I know majority of the time on Twitter, you're just kind of being funny and joking around, just having a good time. I'll take for example the "I told you so" or stuff like that. What's your response to the people that kind of take it they kind of take it seriously
and too far?
I'll say, for example, "Oh, this is what makes me lose respect for you."
Yeah, that's the
stuff
thing.
like that.
Those people.
What's your response to that?
Well, here's the thing. If those people by any chance are watching, which I highly doubt since they probably lost respect for me, do y'all think I even give a damn about your respect for me? If you say you're losing respect for me all just because I have an opinion and I have said, well, I told you that this was not going to happen, and I told you that whining and complaining ain't going to get you what you want to know, and listen to me, and when I proved you wrong, if I'm a guy who says, well, I proved you wrong. I am a guy who has every right to say his opinions on stuff, and I'm not trying, here's the thing, I ain't trying to shove my opinion in your face because you're the ones who went to my Twitter. Yep. Whatever I post is what I post. If you come to my timeline, you just shoved my opinion in your own face.
Bingo.
So here's the thing: if people are gonna lose respect for me, all just because that I say I told you so, or just because I don't like somebody that everybody in the popular opinion does, well, bye-bye. Don't give a damn. I could care less about what y'all think of me.
Yeah, man. Well said, to be honest. That's for my opinions on the match, man. I gotta give a good shout out to my buddy Stephen Black out there, because to him, this moment was very important to him. He's a huge Gargano mark, so yeah, hearing him just cheering and being happy about that and his win, Gargano's win, was pretty cool. Overall, the match was fun. I was expecting Cole to win. I was going in the match thinking Cole was going to get it. Undisputed Era shut up. I'm like, okay, here we go. I know what's going to happen. There's going to be some distractions. There were distractions. Thanks a lot, Roderick Strong. And, Cole came up short. It's all good. I cheered for Gargano. If you saw my reactions on my channel, you'll know how happy I was about Gargano winning the big one. And overall, I really enjoyed the match. It really is out there with a match of the year contender. And they really brought it. I had no doubts they were going to bring it that night. Overall, it was a fun match. Johnny won. I'm happy, but I'm waiting for Adam Cole. But all things good come to those who wait, man, to be honest. Because I know some Undisputed Era fans are pretty pissed off. Like, oh, it was Cole's moment. He's been robbed. First of all, I know he's been robbed a few times. But he probably came in the NXT a little bit too late. It wasn't his time. And now, it's Gargano's time. And this was the story they were trying to tell. Gargano winning the big one. And, they went with that story. I think from the get-go, Gargano was supposed to win anyway, so they just stuck Adam Cole in there because why not? I'm sure Cole was fine with doing the job. I don't know. But Gargano win the big one. I'm happy for him. And the ending with Ciampa and Candice coming out, or Ciampa coming out, and Candice was in the ring with him. Ciampa coming out. It was a pretty cool moment. I got a little choked up. It was awesome. And, yeah, man, a great ending to a pretty good takeover. But yeah, these are Undisputed Era fans, these big marks out there who think that Cole was robbed. Calm down. He's going to get his moment. Chill out.
Yeah, here's the thing. It took Johnny Gargano so many years before he finally got his.
Yeah.
So, honestly, he'll get it. He got a shot eventually.
Yeah, man.
This whole thing, everybody wanted him to be NXT champion since he was teaming with Tommaso, in 2017. A couple years later, Johnny Gargano finally got it. Kept failing throughout a majority of 2018, and finally, here's the thing, won the North American title at TakeOver Phoenix, and then the NXT title at TakeOver New York. So, at 2 consecutive takeovers, Johnny won his first singles titles.
Yep.
Yes, people, this is coming from an Undisputed Era person. I love Gargano. I was rooting for the entire time. Going back to last week, I think I did say I didn't care who won this match, to be honest. I got what I wanted with Gargano winning. You know, I would have been happy if Cole won, but he didn't. So, boo-hoo. He's going to win one. It's all good.
I got to see Gargano win the NXT North American title live in person. Mm-hmm. It was really awesome. I honestly hope one day I'll see Adam Cole win the NXT title. And here's the thing. And I'll get to the whole Undisputed Era main roster stuff later on.
Yeah, me too.
I think they may keep Undisputed Era one more year in NXT. And here's the reason why. Because next year WrestleMania is going to be in Tampa. It's going to be in Florida. Adam Cole is from Florida. So they might save it up there. Who knows?
I could see it. I could see it, to be honest.
Or they might have Undisputed Era debut after Mania 36. We don't know, but
we don't have a crystal ball here, folks.
Yeah,
yeah, we can't tell.
That's kind of somewhat of a prediction I see.
That's been coming up.
Oh yeah, of course.
I could see it, to be honest. And Gargano, I do expect him to hold the title for a while, not for a very long time, and I got to bring this up here. I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but every time someone gets close to Finn Balor's reign as champion, NXT champion, they always either get hurt or something bad happens to them. It's like Finn's title run has cursed the individual who has, I guess, trying to get close to his reign. I just noticed that Ciampa went down with injury. McIntyre wasn't even close to getting to his reign.
No,
the only going close enough was Ciampa. But it's really weird that nobody's gotten close to Balor's reign. So,
Bobby Roode got close.
I'm not saying that because of the Finn Balor mark, but I'm just saying that because it's kind of, I guess, weird to see that.
Bobby Roode got close.
So, one more thing. Ciampa actually did shout me out in DMs this past week, so that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
So, with that being said, that was us talking about NXT TakeOver, and y'all ready to talk about WrestleMania?
Let's do it.
Yep.
Let's do it.
WrestleMania at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey for the second time. First time was WrestleMania 29, 2013. Coincidentally, on the exact same day, April 7th, and for heel Balor, it was his birthday, so it was Birthday Mania.
Mm-hmm. And I know some of y'all are probably annoyed by that by now. Don't worry, you won't be hearing until 2024.
Assuming, of course, there is a WrestleMania. Assuming, of course, WrestleMania does take place. I mean, on that time, because it could be ended up on March 31st or something.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Who knows?
Yeah. Could be in March, could be in April, could be in freaking July, for all we know.
A WrestleMania in July would be freaking awesome.
Yeah, that is true. But in the meantime,
they wouldn't have to worry about the hot, cold weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's my question, starting with Willie, which is, what did you think about the stage that looked like a giant IMAX TV?
Going into it, when I first saw the screen for the first time, I was really contemplating about, okay, is that it? Is that all the effort they're going to put in after seeing what happened last year at WrestleMania 34 and 33, especially 33, with that big, humongous roller coaster stage, which in my opinion, I think is the best stage they've done over the years. This really screamed, before everything got started, it screamed lackluster and just lazy out of the WWE, because I was expecting something a little bit more, I guess, out there with props. But going into the show, and once the show got started, I was really impressed with what they did with the screen. And as you said, Christian, it's like a huge IMAX screen. It was huge.
Yeah. People are just going to have a reason to complain, that's all.
Yeah.
But not us, though. Yeah, it's coincidentally here's the thing. In the words of the Avengers Endgame trailers, some people will complain about the stage, but not us. Not us.
Shout out to Avengers Endgame. Yeah. Go see it in theaters, folks.
Avengers Endgame in theaters, April 25th, in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, man.
It's
2 weeks until it all changes.
Yep.
It's going to be crazy.
Excuse me.
It's going to be fun. I'm going to definitely enjoy
that.
But yeah, Ryan, your thoughts on the WrestleMania stage this year?
Raw 2.0. No, I'm just kidding. I know some people were upset about it. I was kind of hoping for something a little bit bigger, kind of like what they were going to do what they did for the WrestleMania 29 stage. I thought that they were going to do kind of something similar to that. But, you know, I thought it was pretty cool. No, that's I mean, the entrances were still awesome. And I didn't really have nothing to complain about. I mean, I know sometimes we don't always, we kind of expect something bigger. But I'm just happy we got a stage in general.
Oh, yeah, of course. Like, here's the thing. Just because they have all this money, especially the money they gained from, you know, the Saudi Arabia shows last year, that doesn't mean they always have to use it, because even the WWE has to save. Y'all ever heard of that? You got to save your money.
Everyone has to save, man. To be honest, it's a big corporate company.
Just because, like, places like Saudi Arabia see all this money to go to these shows, that's these contracts that you sign, doesn't mean that you can just say, I got all this money, let's spend as much of this as possible. Because let's think about it. They spent a lot of the money, especially on the pyrotechnics this year.
There was so much pyro this year at WrestleMania. It was insane. I think Roman Reigns used the most pyro, if I'm being honest. Holy crap, dude.
I think the most pyro came from when they announced, like, the attendance record of 82,000.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, like, they used so much pyro.
I loved it very much. Like, I love attending these shows and the pyrotechnics, and I actually, after all this time, like, we're now 100% okay with WWE only using pyro for certain events.
I'm pretty fine with that at this point. I mean, I'm pretty used to it.
Yeah, rather than all the time.
No, it really doesn't need that much pyro at every show. Like for Raw, SmackDown, NXT. NXT never used pyro unless there were little sparklers. But like going into these, you know, Raw and SmackDown. I mean, now I think it's kind of reasoning why they don't use pyro now. Oh, but they had pyro when Kane and Daniel Bryan returned. Oh, because Kane was there and he summoned the pyro, you freaking morons. Nowadays, we really don't need any pyro except for the big events like Saudi Arabia, WrestleMania. People are like, oh, why not use SummerSlam and Survivor Series? Because, in my opinion, those really don't need it.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
And even the Royal Rumble, no offense, doesn't need it.
Yeah, nah, they didn't even use it for the
Yeah, they didn't even use it for the one in Chase Field, right, Ryan? They had no pyro this year at Chase Field, right?
No, I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yeah, but that's okay. I don't even think they're gonna have pyro next year at Minute Maid Field or Minute Maid Park. Sorry.
Nah. To be honest, I really.
Probably they only do it now for WrestleMania, and that's about it.
Or
but they do it for Saudi Arabia and Saudi Arabia. So I said they do it for Saudi Arabia.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing: the Saudi government are probably the ones who are paying for that sort of thing.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they're the ones that are paying for all that stuff, and
yeah, they're paying them a lot of money, so of course they can have the pyro. And that's okay though. That's okay though. They're trying to make these good things. Like, I'm just gonna say this one last time before we continue. I have no problem with the WWE going to the Saudi Arabia events.
To be honest, I'm really used to it at this point.
Yeah, here's the thing. I got no problem with it. I just want a good show. I don't care if it's in Saudi Arabia or wherever the hell it is.
And people are like, oh, you're endorsing the Saudi Arabian people. Oh, you're doing all that stuff that's bad. You're supposed to be saying, oh, it's bad for them to go over there.
Hell no, it's not, because.
But here's the thing: they're under contract though.
Yeah.
And if they don't go over there, I'm not even going to get into that. If they don't go over there.
Contract.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: they're not being forced to do this; they willingly agreed. Anyways, let's go back to WrestleMania. Because as for me, I would say, since I was there live, I looked at the stage and I actually liked it because I'm not one who complains about the stage setup. Like, I don't see a reason to complain about it.
Nah, there's really no need to get upset over something that you can't control. I mean, we don't run the company, to be honest.
I mean, think about it. Like, here's the other thing: the stage setup is just the stage because it's not going to do anything or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, did the roller coaster in Orlando have a working roller coaster that people can go on?
To be honest, when I first heard of the idea, I thought there was going to be a working roller coaster, to be honest with you.
That'd be cool, but there wasn't. Here's the thing. It's just there to look cool. Yeah. The only thing that really matters is what goes on inside the ring. That's what we really pay for. We pay to watch all these matches, not the stage. So whatever goes on with the stage, that's WWE's idea, not ours, and not our place to complain about it because, well, it's no big deal.
Yeah. people have a right to complain, but like coming from us,
Yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna like go into these things and say, oh, we need this and that and this and that. We're just gonna go into the events and take it with stride. To be honest.
Yep.
Yep.
Here's the thing. What do you guys think that despite the fact that combined this was 7.5 hours combined even with the pre-show, despite that, this was a highly praised WrestleMania from both fans and critics alike. I'm actually glad.
It was. It really was.
I'm glad that that this event was actually very good.
Yeah.
It really was.
I agree.
And I'm not saying that just because it was on my birthday. I really enjoyed this WrestleMania.
Yeah, this was honestly probably, maybe my favorite WrestleMania. Like out of any WrestleMania that I watched, but without doubt, it's definitely a top 3, in my opinion.
Yeah,
most definitely did.
Like, I'll be honest, like, even the pre-show matches, the 4 pre-show matches that took place, even those were kind of fun.
Yeah.
They were. I'm not gonna lie.
Like when
I'll
Tony,
be honest with you.
like when Tony Nese, the new cruiserweight champion.
One thing I got that I wanted, which I'll be saying a lot probably in this podcast, but it's all good.
We're not really going to say much about the pre-show matches. That's why we're going to go through them really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. So far in 2019, every pay-per-view has been pretty good. It's been really dang
Heck
good.
yeah.
We can't, let's say, not even counting the NXT shows because those are just good in general.
Yeah.
The main roster stuff has been pretty good. I mean, Elimination Chamber, you had Fastlane, the Rumble.
Yeah, here's the fact that this year we said Fastlane was good. We said Fastlane was good.
Yeah.
Fastlane. That we criticized last year.
Yeah, we criticized so many. Exactly. So the fact that this year we actually said Fastlane was good. Like
it was.
I was there in the audience in Cleveland for that. It was fun.
Fantastic matches from that show. I mean, dang.
Here's the
Mania
Royal
was no
Rumble.
exception.
The
Mania was
Royal
awesome.
Rumble was great.
The Rumble was pretty freaking good.
The Elimination Chamber was awesome.
I loved it.
The Chamber, the Chamber was fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
The Chamber was so much fun.
The Chamber, yeah.
The Fastlane event was good.
Fastlane, yes.
So we were on a roll. We were on a roll. Like, here's the thing. We were on a roll with all this. That was like, we were like, okay. 3 consecutive main roster pay-per-views in a row. They were good. We had the bad feeling, based on looking at the card a little bit, that WrestleMania might suck a little bit, but nope.
Yeah. WrestleMania was actually good.
So right now, WWE is undefeated in good pay-per-views since this 3 years started.
If I'm going to be honest with you guys, I think this was the best WrestleMania since WrestleMania 30.
Yeah. Or even 31.
Yeah.
30 freaking 1. Yes, 31 where Seth Rollins cashed in. Yes, we said it. It's better than 31. I'm saying that at least.
It was definitely better than the last time they were at MetLife Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, yeah, The Rock and John Cena, who freaking cares?
The last 3 matches were so predictable that night, but this time, they were all good. They were all good. Even if a few...
Some of them were predictable.
Some of them were predictable, yes. Others were a little,
There was one match that legitimately kind of shocked me going into it, which we'll get to it, but like...
Yeah.
And then like a shocking way, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't see that coming.
That's true, because, like, there's just so much about this Mania that we liked more than we disliked. I mean, it came to the point where there was a few things we disliked because there's always that at these shows, but they were overshadowed by the events we liked.
Well said, dude. Because this event overall, I mean, if I were to give this event like a 9 out of 10, or excuse me, 1 out of 10, I'd put this event at probably an 8 because it was that good.
Yeah, I gave it 7 or 7.8, something like that.
What about you, Ryan?
I think what I read on Twitter, I think I gave like 8.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, there was a few matches I didn't enjoy. It wasn't a lot though. But for majority of the most part, I enjoyed every single match. But I give it an 8.5 out of 10. So it was a dang good pay-per-view.
And surprisingly, folks, I did not walk away from my TV unless I had to go to the bathroom. Other than that, I sat through this entire WrestleMania.
Yeah, the entire 7.5 hours. As for me, I was at MetLife Stadium. I hung out with Kamikaze finally for the first time.
I love you, bro.
Yeah, he's a chill guy.
We love you, Kama.
We hung out. We had a lot of fun, like hanging out before the pre-show even began. And even a little bit during the pre-show, we had dinner together. We got some really. I mean, MetLife Stadium, they have really kick-ass chicken tenders.
Yeah, that's good. That's what's so good about the football stadiums. They do have some good restaurants in there.
Yeah, we had some good food. We had some beers. We had a lot of fun.
Hey,
sorry I wasn't there. Kama asked me yesterday on Twitter if I was actually there, and I was not. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, Kama, thanks for the birthday shout out, bro. Appreciate it.
Yep, it was great. And I even gave Phil Balor a couple of birthday shout outs in my WrestleMania vlog.
You did. Thanks, Christian. I appreciate it, man. You really did. I was legitimately surprised.
It was awesome.
I didn't forget. Unfortunately, I forgot to give Ryan a shout out for Becky Lynch's entrance.
Hey, it's okay.
You didn't forget KELSEY.
There's a reason. There's a reason to that. you can blame the weather.
Yeah.
Blame the weather.
It's all right though.
We're tired.
Speaking of weather, I want to take a moment to talk briefly about the weather at Mania. I was like, for weeks or actually for months leading into this, I had my fingers crossed for a really cold and a blizzard. It felt like I was back in Florida.
Was it hot? Like that hot?
It was hot during the day, and it was warm at night.
That's crazy.
So while I was watching on TV, everyone was literally in jackets. And I'm like, okay, it's probably pretty cold there.
It wasn't. I mean, for me, it was so nice.
Didn't it like rain afterwards or something like that?
Yeah, it poured.
It stormed apparently.
It stormed right after WrestleMania was over, and I was back at my hotel. After the show ended, so I was like, "Oh God, so close!"
And here's something a little bit off topic. Apparently, fans were stranded there for about 2 hours.
Yeah,
and they blamed the weather on WWE.
Well, actually, don't blame the weather on that. Blame New York.
Somebody blamed on somebody.
Blame New York Transit.
Yeah.
I know a few friends that went to WrestleMania, and I was talking to them. And I saw in the stores and everything that they were still like literally, I think at the stadium waiting on the Uber and stuff. And it was crazy. I was kind of shocked by that. They didn't really get back and stuff till about like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Somebody said 4 o'clock. I was like, damn, dude.
It was crazy. Yeah, New York, I mean, that's just the whole bad thing. I mean, I love New York, don't get me wrong, but the traffic is it's awful. Like,
their traffic is a nightmare.
It's the
ultimate. You would never survive.
And next to that, it's the ultimate maze.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, if you don't really know where you're going, like, you're kind of screwed.
Oh, wow.
Let me just say that.
Let's just say there's a fork with 5 different roads and another one with 5 different roads.
Oh my goodness, dang.
You'd be so confused of where you're going. You're gonna feel like, well, crap. Where's the road? Damn it, where is it? Yeah, I'm not kidding. Mama Maracle and I on the way to New York, we got lost 4 times. 4 times.
Damn, dude.
So it was frustrating, but we finally managed to make it to the hotel in the end. But
just a nightmare there, dude.
Thankfully for us, we had a shuttle that took us from the hotel to MetLife Stadium, so we didn't have to drive all the way there. And we were lucky enough to find our shuttle just after the show ended. And we were back at our hotel within half an hour after the show was over. So we were lucky. However, I did feel very bad when I found out about those who were still stranded.
I would be too, man. Because, like, as Ryan said, he probably had friends going there. I myself had friends going there, and they told me the same thing. They were like, traffic's terrible. It was raining for almost, I believe, 2 hours. It started raining. And they were stranded there, like, at the stadium. I'm like, dang.
Yeah. I was a little...
It was crazy.
I was a little drunk.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I kind of can't really complain because, like, the time I met Becky Lynch back in February, it was raining too, so... Yeah,
I mean that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is also something else I wanted to quickly bring up, but
yeah.
After I got back, I went live on Instagram, and the fans saw me completely tanked.
I missed it?
Yeah, I went live like past midnight. Actually, it was like past 1 a.m. It was past 1
You
a.m.
must have been wasted, bro.
I wasn't
God
wasted,
damn.
but I was very drunk. It was
Dang,
creepy.
Kristen.
I'm not. I actually looked back the very next day after we were done traveling back to Rochester. I was looking at my Instagram. I'm like, oh, I saved the live. I remember that I saved the live. So I looked at it and I'm like, oh my god. I looked very tired. I looked like I was passing out and coming back up and passing out.
Oh, God.
And I was barely talking in a whisper.
I bet the fans were wondering, when are you getting to Mania? When are you getting to... We're going to get to Mania in a few minutes.
Yeah, we're talking a lot. But here's the thing. Like you said, we had a lot to talk about. The experience. It's also because I went there. And MetLife Stadium was a big place.
Not even pictures, apparently, compared to it. I've heard it's a massive stadium.
It is very big. I loved it. I loved every moment of this. And,
Now, Christian, here's a question for you.
All right.
Where you sat, did the light shine in your eyes?
Lucky enough for me, I was not blinded by the lights, but I felt very bad for those who did. Like, what is wrong with the people working at the technicians with the spotlights, and they're shining on the crowd when the entrances are over? Even during the entrances, it's annoying. Like, do what they do at NXT TakeOver. Keep the spotlights only on the ring and turn all the other lights off. I mean, I get that they're probably trying to, look like just show how many people there are there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just trying to show like how many people are there. But I get it, but you don't have to have the lights shining so brightly on them. Like, it's as if you're trying to make the fans the center of attention, and these type of fans, they don't want it. They want to see the ring. Like, that can be very annoying. I can understand that. I was momentarily blind at WrestleMania 33 in Orlando at some point, but I can relate a little bit. But with that being said, we should actually get right to talking about what went down at WrestleMania. Y'all ready for that?
Let's go.
All right. Where's the heelest of Balor's?
WILLIE.
Huh.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, thank God.
I'm eating lunch.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
We're just
I'm
getting
eating lunch.
we're just getting ready to talk about what went down at WrestleMania.
All right. I probably will jump in and out, but I'm here now. What's up?
All right. Well,
You ready?
here's what I also want to bring up at the very start of the show. I mean, we're skipping past the pre-show for this case because it wasn't really that good. But I will say one thing. Kurt Hawkins, his defeated streak is over.
I didn't watch that match.
Hawkins and Ryder are the new Raw Tag Team Champs. Tony Nese, the
Yay.
new Cruiserweight Champ.
Oh, I marked that so hard. I love Tony Nese. So that was so cool.
Carmella won the Women's Battle Royal by last eliminating Sarah Logan.
Yes, Sarah Logan was in the final four-ish?
Final
Three?
two.
Of all people.
Yeah.
Carmella and Sarah Logan. And I was like,
you know what's
wait a
funny?
minute. Yeah.
I wanted Sonya Deville to win, but
You know,
WWE is a joke sometimes.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
What?
Is, you know who I didn't see there? Lacey Evans.
They were busy, Ryan. She was busy.
I know.
We'll get to that when we get to the ending of this podcast because I got something to say.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get
And
going.
also, Braun Strowman won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal by last eliminating those Saturday Night Live guys whose names I still don't remember.
Ching and Shaw, I think.
Michael Ching Chang Chong and Colin Jost.
Ching Chang Chong.
No, okay. Okay. I ain't gonna lie. I literally, like, if they had made Colin Jost won that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, just imagine how pissed off people would be. That whole Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal thing would just be a joke from then on out.
Yeah. It made sense for somebody like Braun to win it.
Yeah. They should have given that to him like 2 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, it was the first time he was ever in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. It was won by Mojo Rawley.
And And Rob Gronkowski got the assist.
Yeah, here's the thing. Well, here's the thing. The last time Rob Gronkowski assisted somebody, that person he took out ended up becoming WWE champion.
Jinder.
Yep.
I missed, no lie, I low-key missed Jinder as WWE champion.
Yeah, I did too, because he was one of the coolest things about 2017, honestly.
Yeah. It was a pleasure meeting him earlier this year. I had the pleasure of meeting Jinder Mahal earlier this year, so yeah, he's a real cool guy.
Jinder Mahal.
Let's see. When it comes to the Andre the Giant Battle Royals, like, of course, they've always been not that good because, like, they're just to allow the remainder of the roster to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's okay, honestly. That's why it's on the pre-show. That's where it belongs.
Yes.
And so here's the thing. We're totally fine with it. Like, we got no problem with this.
Yeah. I have no problem with the Battle Royals.
Like, here's the thing. The best winners had to be Cesaro and Baron Corbin.
Yep.
Let's see. Big Show is also a winner, and Mojo Rawley was also a winner, and last year was Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
And
Matt Hardy. Where did that take you?
And this year, well, he is actually a tag team champion right now. The Andre the Giant Battle Royal win took him to a tag team title run with Bray Wyatt, and now another tag team title run with his brother Jeff. So,
okay, then.
It's 2019. The Hardys are still champions.
It's crazy.
Yep.
It was 20 years ago where I first laid eyes on them. And to think that 20 years later they'd be still in the wrestling business as tag champs, that's crazy. But back to this right here. It's good that Braun Strowman is the winner of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. He made history. He's the first guy to win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and the Royal Rumble match. Well, the greatest Royal Rumble match, but still, he still won it.
Mm-hmm.
Braun Strowman, in my opinion, needs to be either Universal or WWE champion.
I'd say they'll probably switch him over to SmackDown.
All right, put him as WWE champion then. That'd be great.
Yep.
But speaking of, let's get right to the main show. Once the main show began, I will ask, what were your thoughts of I forgot what her name was, when the person who sang America the Beautiful, and they had those helicopters.
I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought it was really interesting.
Normally they have the jets. Normally they have the jets fly over.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, because usually, like, majority of the time it's always like jets and stuff like that, but this time it was helicopters.
Yeah.
Well, the reason for that is...
I thought it was pretty cool.
The reason for the helicopters, and this is... I found this out by Mama Maracle, because she understands this sort of thing, having been in the military before. MetLife Stadium is so close to the airport, they would have had to close off commercial traffic.
That makes sense. Wow.
That's why they couldn't have the jets fly, because they would have had to close out the traffic. And once every 10 minutes, we looked up, there was always a plane flying over us. So we're like, yeah, they wouldn't be able to do it. But the helicopters, they were able to do that because the helicopters, they are not like traveling super fast, and they can rise from where they're sitting. So we had two of them that seemed, two of the helicopters, I believe, like, was like a trooper, like I forget exactly what they're called, but Maracle knows what they're called. The smaller ones were guns. It was really cool because they were literally above me from where I was sitting. Because you can see on my vlog on my channel, I pointed the camera up and they're literally above me. So that was really awesome.
Nice, dude.
Anyways, yeah, the show began. We kicked things off with Alexa Bliss opening the show as the host.
Surprisingly, she was not annoying.
Yeah. I mean, she brought in freaking Hulk Hogan.
Yay! I didn't even pop for Hulk Hogan, to be honest.
Well, the cool thing about this was, what was it? Like, the Hulkster once again messed up by saying it was in the Silver Dome.
Yeah.
And then he corrected himself and
said... I
said...
want to say that was on purpose.
Yeah, then he corrected himself saying we're at the MetLife Center.
A stadium.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Close enough indeed. But after that, this is surprising. We kicked things off with a Universal title match.
It's pretty crazy.
I did not see that.
That was
coming.
legit shocking.
I did not see that as the opening match. I thought that was going to be close to the main event. Know what I mean? But, of course, like, I can say this. Ladies and gentlemen, your new Universal Champion, Seth Rollins.
Woo! Burn it down, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, like he did what Roman Reigns should have done at SummerSlam. He went for the head.
Yeah.
Curb stomped him 3 times.
I'm so glad he did not get caught.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did a low blow.
But he played it smart. He
He did. Ref bump, he hit the low blow, 3 curb stomps. I legit just framed my feet. I'm like, yes! Yes!
It was funny. It was funny. Well, when I found out like that was the first match kicking off, I was like, oh, shoot, I got to get my camera and stuff set up because I did a reaction to it. And if you did happen to see my reaction video to it, there was one part, can't remember if it was the first or second curb stomp they did. And I was basically, I got up on my stage, don't tell him I see it. And I was like, curb stomp the bitch. And he did it.
You can see on my reaction, I said stomp his fucking face in.
I was like, curb stomp the bitch.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Sadly, I
that's
didn't react
funny.
to that match, but oh my god, dude. That match was... The ending is what I will talk about forever because I was so happy.
Like, it's really good
Just stomp his ass.
Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 31 won his first WWE title. WrestleMania 34, last year he was in the opening match and he won his first Intercontinental title. And now this year he's in the opening match, won his first Universal title.
Yep.
Crazy.
So congratulations to Seth Rollins. Thank you for ending the nightmare because I believe this time, I'm hoping this time that's it for Brock.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I'm really hoping that's it for Brock.
I wouldn't be
this time.
surprised.
So,
I honestly would not be surprised if somehow, I hope not that this doesn't happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had Brock Lesnar go over to SmackDown.
That's a nightmare waiting to happen, dude.
because we don't want him to abduct the WWE title again.
Yeah.
That's the last thing we need is Brock Lesnar as the WWE champion again.
I mean,
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
Hey, if you don't want to be there, if you don't want to defend your title, then get out of WWE. We don't need you.
Don't be here if you don't want to, defend your title.
Go to UFC. You're well more appreciated over there than you are here in WWE.
UFC doesn't even appreciate the guy.
Well, no, like, he cares more about UFC than he does WWE. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. I actually think he more cares about, like, farming.
Yeah.
Or sitting on his couch.
Or eating steak.
Yeah. Medium well steak. That's disgusting. I'd rather have a medium rare. But let's go on to the next match, which was AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. And AJ Styles defeated Randy Orton. All right. So, Ryan, what'd you think of the Styles versus Orton match?
I thought it was very good. I wouldn't say it was the best, but there's quite a few good spots in there. I did actually predict this, that they were going to do the same spot like they did in 2017, their match in 2017, where AJ Styles was going to go, phenomenal forearm, and then Randy Orton was going to try to RKO it. But AJ Styles was smart, and he caught Randy off guard. And this time he actually hit the 450 splash, which in the previous time he missed the 450 splash.
Yeah.
So it was a good match.
Really impressive that AJ Styles had defeated Randy. Willie, what was your thoughts on AJ Styles versus Randy Orton?
Overall, the match was pretty good, as expected. It wasn't match of the night by far. The stuff they did was pretty good. There was no 450 splash into the RKO, which I really wanted. But Styles ended up winning, which, it was cool. Congratulations. Apparently, he got hurt during the match, so he's hurt.
He injured his hip, but the good thing is, from what I hear, it ain't that serious.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, when you're around 40 years old and you're getting up there in age, you're going to get injuries.
Yeah. As for me, I was on the side of Randy Orton to win the match, knowing how much he can strike out of nowhere, but I was totally fine with AJ Styles winning. AJ Styles, that was his, his fourth WrestleMania, I believe? Yeah, his fourth WrestleMania. He's 3-1. The only person he's lost to was Jericho. And that is honestly understandable. Because it's Chris Jericho. So, with that being said, we're going to go on to the next match. A fatal four-way tag team match for the SmackDown tag team titles. As the Usos retain their belts against Aleister Black and Ricochet, Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura, and The Bar. So Ryan, what was your thoughts on the SmackDown Tag Team title match?
I thought it was pretty good. I really wanted to see the Hardys versus the Usos for the titles at WrestleMania, but I mean, I can't complain. This was still a good match nonetheless, though. Amazing spots. Each team had really good spots. So overall, it was a good match.
It was.
Yeah. Like, Willie, what did you think about the Usos retaining their titles?
It was a fun match. The entrances of Ricochet and Aleister Black, holy crap, especially at WrestleMania. It was pretty cool. And the match overall, it was fun. I enjoyed it for what it was. And the Usos ended up retaining, which I kind of predicted going in. I mean, I didn't think they would put titles on Ricochet and Aleister Black this fast anyway. So, and they just got done having a title match the night before, so, you know, wouldn't make any sense. So,
Aleister and Ricochet have gotten more tag team title shots in 30 days than the Revival did in their first run.
I know. Poor Revival.
Yeah, poor Revival. Here's the team of Aleister and Ricochet doesn't even make any sense, especially now that the Dusty Rhodes Classic is over.
It doesn't.
So.
And they just want to stick them together just to see what they can do.
But we already know what they can do.
Together for a while.
Yeah.
Well, WWE probably doesn't.
Yeah. It's understandable. I thought that was great that the Usos retained their titles because out of all the teams on there, I think the ones that made more sense would be the Usos. So, good. Congrats on them for that. They lost their tag team titles the following SmackDown post-Mania to the Hardy Boys, who are now 8-time champions together. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
8-time champions together from the WWE side anyway. But they've been tag team champs on so many different promotions.
Yep.
With that being said, though, we're going to the next match, and this is a very interesting one, which was a Falls Count Anywhere match with The Miz and the best in the world, Shane McMahon.
CM Punk says hi.
Oh, hold up a second.
Yeah, CM Punk. Actually, no, Chris Jericho says hi.
Actually, I didn't say it right.
The best one was CM Punk.
I'm sorry, guys. I got a text from somebody. He said, "Say it like you mean it." Okay. The best in the world, Shane McMahon.
That's right up there with the Rated R Superstar. It's right up there.
Yep.
Right up there.
Yeah, Shane
right up your alley.
This is not exactly the result we were hoping for. Shane McMahon defeated The Miz at WrestleMania.
The match was freaking physical as heck.
Oh my gosh.
Especially
crazy.
with George Mizanin.
That stuff with Miz's dad was hilarious.
Yep, but sadly he took...
So funny.
It's amazing that he took some shots, though, huh?
Yeah.
I was surprised, too. He's like 68.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's just a couple years younger than Mama Maracle.
Oh, wow.
I'm not kidding when after Shane assaulted George and then Miz just showed up and ambushed Shane, I was like, kill that son of a bitch. I really like getting into the events like that when I'm actually there in the crowd.
Yeah.
That's what we're there to do. You can say whatever embarrassing or crazy thing you want and no one would care.
Nope.
So yeah, I will say, Ryan, what were your thoughts on the ending when Shane got superplexed off that scaffolding?
Oh my gosh. I was like, I knew when they got on top of that, I was saying, okay, something's going to happen. Like, something's going to happen. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. Kudos, props to those two for doing that spot. That is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm just glad nobody got hurt, though.
shockingly, nobody got hurt.
But it was a safe spot because I'm pretty sure they had a lot of padding underneath.
There was padding down there, I could tell.
That's okay, though, because it's either that or death.
I think the most brutal bump for me was when Shane got thrown. It was I think Shane who got thrown into a golf cart over the railing and on top of a golf cart, and he fell into the concrete hard.
Yeah. Shane at his age still taking all those crazy ass bumps.
Amazing.
Next to Mick Foley, Shane is the toughest son of a bitch we've seen in WWE.
Mm-hmm. Right up there.
Yep. So, Willie, what was your thoughts on the ending of with the scaffolding suplex?
The ending was really interesting, to say the least. I didn't predict Shane McMahon to win. I mean, I had this kind of feeling going into it. Okay, Miz is going to win in a clean sweep. They're going to fight all over the arena, which they kind of did. I was kind of upset they didn't go to the top of the stadium and do the big elbow drop, but, whatever. Overall, it was a very, very physical match, a fun match overall. And, Miz ended up getting losing end of it, and Shane won, which means they're going to continue this feud. Yay!
Well, actually, here's the thing. For this case, I believe the Miz pinned himself in that case because Shane just started filling him. I don't think Shane even realized he won until afterwards.
Well, when you get suplex from that height and onto that kind of stuff, you're going to be knocked out a bit.
But yeah, it's crazy the way it ended, but I wasn't exactly that disappointed because, if the only way that it'd be believable that Shane would win is by accident.
Which technically was that. It was kind of an accident, even though The Miz technically is the reason that he won the match. But yeah. Let's go with accident.
But yeah, it was really good. I liked it. The next match was our sneeze break, the Fatal 4-Way for the women's tag team titles.
Boring.
Surprisingly, this was not my sneeze break, actually.
Well, for me, I didn't even see the match at all. It was my beer break because I had some more beers from Kamikaze at that time.
If you saw Christian's tweet, it was really dang funny. You gotta see it.
Women's tag titles, don't give a shit. Let's get some drinks.
I mean, it was my sneeze break because I was busy eating cake and I was playing some games, so I really didn't get a chance to watch the entire match. I mean, I watched the ending of it, but I didn't get to watch the entire thing.
Yeah, I have nothing to say about the match because I didn't even see it, so I'm going to have to rewatch it.
The ending was really shocking. Like, this is what I was talking about from the beginning of the show. This was the most shocking thing to me because going in, I was like, okay, Boston Cringe is going to retain. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, the Iconics win. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep, your new women's tag team titles and the most legit tag team on the entire women's division, the Iconics.
And the most annoying, but you know what, I can go there. Iconic! I can't stand them. They're annoying. I know that's their gimmick. God.
Hey, you know what? They proved us that WrestleMania. Yeah, they proved us that WrestleMania was going to be iconic.
Yeah.
I think Kofi Kingston did that.
Yeah, it was. But I'm just glad that
match. Oh God.
We're at least thankful that if it had to be anyone, it was the Iconics, not Beth Phoenix and Natalya, and not Nia Jax and Tamina.
Thank God it wasn't the Samoan Slaughterhouse.
And thank God
I would have went off if that was the case.
And thank God it was not Team...
I can't stand the Boston Hug. I like Sasha Banks. I find Bayley super cringe. So I
predicted Boston Hug to retain, but
same.
My second, if I had to choose another team to win it, the Iconics were my pick.
Yep.
I had Nia and Tamina because I thought going into, I'm like, okay, they're gonna do the Boston Hug, Nia Jax, and Tamina feud, but they didn't.
I'm at least glad it was. I'm glad it was not Team Boring and Bullshit.
Yeah, well, Sasha. Yeah, apparently that loss was pretty bad on poor Sasha. So she's got some rough things going on apparently. So
well, she was never good at being a champion anyway. So what's new?
I agree with that. I mean, it's not her fault though. I mean, you gotta blame creative for that, which they don't have anything for her. But
because Bayley was always doing the work for her.
Yeah, I know, but like, come on, Sasha. God, I feel so bad for her because she's out there with one of my favorite women in the company. So,
Yep. Well,
but, yeah.
Let's see. All right, going on next. Bam, 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 bam.
Yes, this actually happened. This actually happened.
I can't play the actual theme.
No,
Like the actual copyright.
With copyright. Act like you steal this bitch. Anyways.
So, what did y'all think of Lacey Evans just doing the same shit at WrestleMania?
First of all, I legit
what
turned
else
away
is
from the
new?
TV screen. It was nothing to me.
What else is new? That's all I gotta say. What else is new?
Legit.
I thought
Same
this was
old
just building
bullshit
up to something at
I'll get to that when we
WrestleMania.
talk about the Raw after Russell and Smack. I'll get to that when we talk about the Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania because I got big things to say about that.
Yeah.
So-
Same old bullshit.
Yep. But
Preach,
let's talk
brother.
about something
Sorry,
exciting.
say it.
Who is ready to talk about your new WWE Champion, Kofi Kingston?
Let's go.
Oh man, I get choked up here.
Tell you what.
It was awesome. To be
Tell you what,
honest.
Willie. Tell you what, Willie. I'll let you go last on this one.
Yeah. All
He's
right.
the black guy out of us, so I'll let him go on last.
Yeah, I really am. So this moment, yeah, go right ahead, guys.
All right.
Keep going.
I will
save me
say-
for last.
Going in, I was rooting for Daniel Bryan because I just figured, Daniel's got this.
Yeah.
But
I
excuse
mean,
me.
me going
Kofi
out was torn in between. So
when Kofi Kingston won, like I was just leading up to it, like you can see it on my vlog, I had the look in my eyes. I was moving wrong, and when Kofi won, had my hand clasped over my mouth. And even, I'm not kidding, I'm not even afraid to admit it, I bawled in my Maracle's arms. I was bawling my eyes out because I couldn't believe it. That actually worked, and Kofi Kingston actually won the title. So, Ryan, your thoughts on Kofi Kingston's victory?
It was amazing. It was amazing. This is the other reaction I did. And this reaction that I did got a lot of views. And
it did.
this was
Holy
probably
crap.
this was one of my favorite reactions I've ever done. Because here's the thing. When he won it, it was really emotional for me because this is a history-making moment. Kofi Kingston became the very first African-American WWE champion to win the belt, to win the WWE champion.
By that, for those who are confused, by that he means all African American.
Yeah.
And at the same time,
first black WWE champion.
And at the same time, he's also the first African-born WWE champion.
Yeah.
Well said.
He's from
And they may
Ghana, West
put
Africa.
The Rock in there first, but he's not full black.
No, he's part black, part Samoan. A majority of him is Samoan.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing.
Kofi Kingston is, he's from Ghana, West Africa. So he's the first WWE first wrestler out of the entire freaking continent of Africa to become WWE champion.
Well said.
Yeah, and that's this honestly is one of the greatest moments in wrestling history. And the emotional part that got to me was when he brought his kids in there to celebrate with them. And I was getting real emotional. I started kind of crying after my reaction, after I finished up the reaction, because it was just amazing. It was an amazing moment, and
really was.
Without a doubt, I knew Kofi Kingston could do it, and I was very honored to witness him compete for the WWE Championship at Elimination Chamber, even though he came close to winning. But we finally got to see him do it. He pulled it off at WrestleMania. And I am I'm so happy to follow Kofi Kingston's career and to finally see him win the WWE Championship. He is now a Grand Slam champion. So congratulations, Kofi Kingston. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe he is the first Black Grand Slam champion as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So congratulations, Kofi.
You deserve it, and you've earned it.
Because even if we're gonna count The Rock, even he did not win the U.S. title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. For me, it was an honor because, I was there in the audience. I was honored to be there in the audience to witness this moment. Because it was absolutely insane. I loved it. I loved every single moment of it. And, I just was at a loss for words.
Yeah, it was really, Sorry, Christian. I mean, go ahead, man.
And with that, they brought back the real WWE title belt.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I was like, wait a minute, hold, they got something covering up. They got like something coming up for another title.
They even showed it before they got to the match.
Yeah, like pretty much. There's even a shirt that was released before the match was over.
And I'm like, you spoiled it.
Like pretty much at that point when they showed like the title, like the whole like covering of the title, I knew okay, Kofi Kingston's definitely winning.
That's why I knew. I was like, okay, there it is. You just spoiled it. Good job.
But at the same time, they could have just done that to throw us off.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised why they did it, but
Daniel Bryan could have still won.
Yeah.
But that was us. That was my thoughts on it. That was Ryan's thoughts. Willie, give us your thoughts.
Man, I really have no words. I mean, 11 years of hard work and dedication to this business that he did, man. It was great, man. So finally seeing getting choked up here, seeing a black person becoming the WWE champion. They see these as black guys as, a joke. They see us as, just comedy. And they see us as these, just afterthoughts. And to be honest, I've been waiting for this. Ever since I've started with this company for 12 years, I've been waiting for this moment to happen. A black person to finally hold the W. And I know people are going to say, oh, you're making it about race. You're making it about race. Of course I'm making it about race because right now it's very personal to me. This moment here, not only the 11 years of hard work that he's done, but this is also special for the, the community of blacks who really haven't been given a chance in pro wrestling, or at least in the WWE. Because this moment, man, it was really, 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 really important and very, very, very emotional for me to watch. Part that got me super choked is when the 3 count hit. I'm like, I started like just breaking down. I was so happy. I didn't get my reaction, sadly, but it was a fantastic moment, and finally he really deserved it after these 11 years of hard work, man. And I don't care what anybody says, he deserves this championship. And I know people say, and I said it myself, he is a mid-carder, and I still think him as a mid-carder, but this moment is not going to change anything. And I know a good buddy of mine, I think y'all know him, good old Stephen Black. I know he was rooting for Daniel Bryan to win. Even he got pretty excited, kind of excited when Kofi won the championship. So even though his favorite lost, mine finally got, his comeuppance, and he finally got what he deserves, man. And I really hope they keep it on for a while. He really deserves it. I don't care what anybody says. Mid-Carter or not, he deserves to be the WWE champion. I think he'll be a great champion. Just drop the pancake gimmick and try to act serious for once. But overall, it was a really fun match. And with the ending spoiler of them revealing the WWE title, I was thinking to myself, okay, that's the WWE Championship. I was thinking, okay, there's going to be a different strap. There's going to be a different strap. Because there were rumors leading up to this months ago, or even before this match was even announced. Months ago, they were planning on bringing a blue strap, apparently, to represent SmackDown. Thank God that didn't happen. They brought back the old WWE title, which made me pop. That was awesome. And then they started celebrating. Pyro went off. I'm like, I lost. I was so happy. And it's finally great to see the WWE Championship on a black person. It really is fantastic. It's fantastic. It's really a loss for words, to be honest. And I go back to that moment. I'm gonna go back to that moment every freaking year and just say, hey, we black people can accomplish in pro wrestling. And it was just a very, very emotional moment. Very, very it was just fantastic overall. Probably one of my favorite WrestleMania moments of all time, right behind Daniel Bryan's win at WrestleMania 30, which I think this one, Kofi Kingston, in my opinion, tops it. And it was really special. and well deserved. And congratulations, Kofi. And I met the guy before. I met Kofi. Cool guy.
So did Long Neck Josh. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah. Love you, Josh. But yeah, I met Kofi before. He's a very cool guy. And and people saying, "Oh, he doesn't deserve it. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, he is a mid-carder." Even though, yeah, I just said he is a mid-carder, but mid-carders can become main champions too. Look at Rey Mysterio. I think Rey Mysterio is kind of a mid-carder was a mid-carder back in the day. Because of his height advantage, all that stuff. He became world champion. CM Punk was looked at as a mid-carder. Look what happened to him. So don't be saying mid-carders can't become champion. What you got, Christian?
Well, you said about CM Punk. Look what happened to him. I'm like, well.
I was going to say, look what happened to him. Look, he became a global phenomenon.
Yeah, 434-day reign as a WWE champion himself. So,
which I don't think Kofi's ever going to reach that. But Kofi, he'll have a pretty decent run.
Here's the thing. For my
let
case,
him hold on to it and let him take it.
I honestly didn't. In my opinion, I didn't care if he was going to lose the title the next day because the fact of the matter is he finally did it.
It's in the history books, and they can't take that away from him.
It's like when Zack Ryder. Like when Zack Ryder won the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania in Dallas. He's sure he lost it to The Miz the next night, but you can't take away what happened at Mania.
I don't remember that title run. Oh, that's right, because it didn't even last that long. Also, I don't remember it because, to be honest, Zack Ryder's win, I don't know who I was rooting for in that match, but when he won, I was like, oh, that's cool. I really didn't care about Zack Ryder winning the IC title, to be honest. But, it was cool. Congrats to him. It was awesome. But this moment with Kofi, man, I think this got the loudest pop of the night. This got the loudest ovation of the night. Yes, even over Becky Lynch's win, in my opinion. Oh, that's because the crowd was freaking tired. But still, do y'all agree? I'm asking you guys here. Do y'all agree that this match should have been the main event?
No.
No? Ryan?
Honestly, you can debate, but still, nonetheless, though, it didn't really matter for me.
I still believe that it was great that they gave the women the main event for the first time ever.
Yeah, the women did deserve the main event. They brought it, which we'll talk about. But I think this moment here was, I think this was more suitable for the main event. That's just my opinion there, but
that's okay.
It was cool.
Okay, yeah. I'll be honest about this one thing. It was great that this happened at WrestleMania of all places, right? Instead of like a fast letter to the chamber.
Oh, thank God it didn't happen there. I think that the thing is, this wasn't their original plan. This fell into their laps. They had no choice. I don't think they had no choice but to give it to them.
And it worked out very well.
That's just me being honest here.
And it worked out.
It did.
It's crazy how wrestling goes sometimes.
It is. It really is.
You know what? I got to tell you, WrestleMania 35, the real tagline, and this is not just referencing a match later on we're talking about, but honestly, the tagline for WrestleMania when it came to the fans was, "Give me what I want."
Seriously, that's all this WrestleMania, and there really wasn't a tagline at all for this year's WrestleMania. Batista was right. Give me what I think Batista pretty much predicted this WrestleMania.
Give me what I want. And what did they give us?
Seth Rollins really worked.
Listen, Seth Rollins won. Kofi Kingston won. AJ Styles won. Becky Lynch won. Finn Balor won. All on the same night.
All in the same night. I remember putting a tweet out that I wanted all those guys to win.
And we figured, one would win, but the others would lose. But no, they all
That's
won.
What I was thinking. Hey, give me a second, guys.
Yeah. It was like a give us what we want moment. What'd you think about that, Ryan?
Yeah, it was, we got what we wanted.
I'm sure there was a couple of things.
Another way to say it is, it's obviously there's going to be small things that we probably don't like, but the most part is true. We are the authority.
Well, somewhat, yeah. It just takes a while for it to arrive.
Yeah, we may not always, get, we got upset when Finn Balor lost his Intercontinental title, but there was a reason for it. We may not just have understood it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wouldn't.
And,
I understood
it's
it
Kofi Kingston and stuff.
I'm a guy. Let's see. I'm a guy.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome! Heel Valley, you're back. I was just saying, we were continuing to talk about how this Mania was basically a give me what I want Mania.
I ain't gonna lie, man. It really was. It was basically everyone got what they wanted.
Well, there was a couple things they probably didn't want, but it's okay. They got
I
got overshadowed by the main things they wanted.
Yeah, some people probably didn't want Becky Lynch to win. People didn't want Kofi Kingston to win.
Now, here's the other thing.
Some people probably didn't want Seth Rollins to win. Actually, I don't know who would not want Seth Rollins to win, but still.
Well, let's just think about what would have happened if this happened at WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar defeated Seth, Daniel Bryan defeated Kofi, Bobby Lashley defeated Finn, and Charlotte Flair won the main event. Imagine what if that had happened.
The Finn Balor stuff, yeah, I wouldn't be on this podcast if that were to happen. The others, I mean, going into it, as you all know, I picked Brock to win because I didn't think Seth had it in him, which I was right. Rollins had to use heel tactics, but Brock did attack him first. So,
bingo.
Yeah.
So, yeah, here's the thing. When it came to Kofi's victory, I'll be honest, like, this was the second time that I was in the crowd for a moment extremely emotional like that. The first time was when I was in the crowd 11 years ago. Coincidentally, Kofi's all about the 11 years thing, right? 11 years ago, I was in the crowd in Buffalo when Jeff Hardy won the WWE title at Armageddon. And oh my God.
Wow.
I haven't cried that hard since Jeff won the title. So, that was emotional. It was great. And congratulations, Kofi Kingston, right?
Yeah, for sure. Amazing moment.
Well deserved.
The next match was only a minute long, and that was Samoa Joe defeating Rey Mysterio for the U.S. title. I think this was the calm down from what just happened, right?
Yeah.
So it
really was.
And that's okay, though, right? And besides, we didn't expect much from that match anyway, so in my opinion, it was understandable.
Because, I mean, it's understandable because Rey Mysterio was injured a bit.
And at the same time, thinking about this, no offense, but Rey Mysterio defeating Samoa Joe honestly just doesn't sound believable to me.
Yeah.
So,
and surprisingly, this is Samoa Joe's first WrestleMania.
Yeah, he got injured too much.
Like the last two.
Although there was another thing. There was no Dominic at ringside. Even though he technically said he would be in his dad's corner at WrestleMania. Yeah, where were you? Oh, well.
I don't think it would have mattered anyway. Joe slaughtered Rey in a minute.
I know.
And I actually
wasn't that quick.
I like this too. I mean, some people are probably upset or something that Rey Mysterio got, buried or something like that in his return Mania. But here's the thing. This actually helps, like, the push for Samoa Joe and to show how much of a dominator he is.
Yep.
And this is realistic. A guy the size of Joe taking on a little guy like Rey and defeating him in a short period of time, that is believable. That is the believable way to go.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the match because I was going to the bathroom after the excitement of the WWE title match. But
I watched it.
It's all right though. Like,
it wasn't that. It was okay for what it was. Short and to the point.
There's only so much you can do in 60 seconds. But let's go on to the next match. This is a match that we were hyped for, but fell kind of flat. Roman Reigns defeating Drew McIntyre. Yeah, Ryan, what were your thoughts on the Reigns versus McIntyre?
Overall, I'll say this. I mean, it wasn't the greatest match, but it was an okay match. I kind of knew going into this match that they were going to get the win to Roman. Honestly, I feel like Drew probably maybe needed to win more, but, it is what it is. But I'm happy that Roman Reigns is back. It was awesome to see him compete in his first singles match since his battle with leukemia. But I feel like this would have helped Drew. If he had won, it would have probably helped Drew's momentum. Because I feel like kind of Drew has been lost a bit in the shuffle. But I mean, it just hoping they could kind of pick it up again with Drew. But I'm happy to see Roman get his first win. But overall, I mean, the match, I wasn't really all like, I don't know. I feel like something was kind of off a bit. I think probably what it was the ending where I think, what was it, like Drew, where they basically, Roman Reigns like punches him like, but like they kind of just made Drew look a little weak at the last part. Is basically what I'm trying to say. But overall, I'm happy Roman Reigns won.
Yeah. But
I mean, it just is what it is, though.
problem is, it just felt pretty flat.
Okay.
Yeah, my opinion just felt a little flat.
Mm. For me, the match, I didn't see it because I was on my way home from my aunt's. But I watched it, the next day. It was okay for what it was. Roman won. And, yeah, I do agree with what Ryan said. It did, make Drew look a little weak, but, oh well, it was Roman's first match back, so.
My opinion,
Whatever.
this is something Mama Maracle and I agreed on. Roman versus Drew, this is the type of match where it didn't matter who won or lost because it's not going to hurt the other's momentum. Because think about it. Drew showed up, actually, the following SmackDown, shockingly. And Roman, he didn't show up at all on Monday night after WrestleMania. Yeah, Reigns didn't show up at all.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I'm seeing it, no one's momentum was hurt at all. It's all right.
Yeah.
I like Drew's
all
entrance, though.
It's pretty cool. Kind of reminded me of TakeOver.
Yeah, it was once again the NYPD, parade, band, or whatever it's called. Yeah, that's...
I gotta talk about Roman Reigns' entrance. My God, dude, you used up so much pyro.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That was a lot.
God dang. There was so much pyro. Good Lord.
I'm glad they did that because I love it whenever Roman Reigns has the pyrotechnics. The best one had to be when he was up for his match against The Undertaker in Orlando when he delivered a Superman punch on the ground at the top of the stage and it just went sailing down the 85-yard ramp.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Well, let's go on. Speaking of give me what I want, let's go to the No Holds Barred match. Triple H defeating Batista in what was Dave's last match and what, in my opinion, should have been Triple H's last match.
It was... I don't know how to explain it. It really didn't live up to the hype, to be honest. And it probably was because of their ages, but it really didn't live up to the hype. The only thing good was basically everything Triple H did to Batista, which was murder.
He hit him in the back of the head with a chain.
Yeah, and then pulled out his nose ring.
And then tried to pull his fingers off with a freaking wrench or whatever the hell, pliers.
Gosh, oh man, I was cringing through that.
Oh my gosh, remind me of Hell in a Cell with Jeff and Randy.
Oh, the screwdriver in the ear hole.
Oh my gosh. Oh god.
Triple H's thing topped that. Yeah.
Because he actually ripped out a nose ring.
Thank God that was planned, but still, my gosh.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
I mean, the match was fun. I mean, the ending was, of course, predictable. Triple H won. Ric Flair came out, which I was like, oh, no, I don't care. Triple H won. I didn't even cry. I was like, oh, Batista lost. Who cares? See you in Hollywood, Dave.
Batista, we all knew was leaving anyway after it, so.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I knew he was leaving, so I was like, oh, really nothing to get upset about. He's going back to Hollywood. Good. I'm happy for him.
Yep, it's a good thing that he actually got to have the match he wanted to end his career on his terms.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
hung up his boots, so he's done.
And he's actually the type, I guarantee he's the type of guy who's actually going to live up to his word.
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. Who was on commentary?
Yay. Who freaking cares?
Yeah, there was a number of guest commentators for several matches. Paige, Jerry Lawler, JBL.
Jerry Lawler and JBL. Whenever I hear them on commentary, I just...
Booker T.
Ugh.
Wow. I'm surprised Stephanie McMahon wasn't on commentary for the main event.
She wanted me to have a good birthday, Christian.
Really?
Yeah.
So she put herself in the backstage area the entire show.
Good. That was a good thing. Before we go on from the Triple H and Batista, let's talk about the entrances of both those guys.
I like Batista. It's more like Batista's was like a Hollywood movie star type entrance with the security.
That was pretty cool.
I like how he did the machine gun thing for the last time. So I was like, there's no spotlight. He did the machine gun. So I was like, yes. So that was pretty cool. And he tripped when he entered the ring, which made me laugh.
That's all right, though. It's his first time doing that in like 5 years, and he's old, so.
And then yeah, Triple H, which was so freaking awesome. Holy crap.
What was that?
Man.
What was that, anyway?
It was I believe, Mad Max. I believe it's the movie, Mad Max, that he was referencing in his entrance. It was so freaking cool. The skulls, the big whatever the thing, that hot rod, whatever he was riding in on, it was so cool.
It was really loud as well.
It was loud coming off on TV too.
So how loud must it have been for those sitting right beside it at ringside?
Those entrances were fantastic. They always top themselves with the entrances of WrestleMania. Why is it always Triple H who gets the cool entrances?
I don't know.
Dang.
It's amazing that he's done it.
Speaking of entrances, when we get to my boy's match, holy crap, his entrance. Let's continue. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Ryan, what was your thoughts on the entrances?
I thought it was cool. It was. I don't know which your thoughts are more. Probably Triple H, but Batista had a real cool entrance. I like how he came up like the Cadillac and everything.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So yeah, this is honestly the match that I was looking forward to. But like Willie said, I mean it was good. It was good, but there's just kind of something about it. Like I just didn't feel like it was.
It's probably one of the Batista matches I'm not going to go back and watch, which is sad because it's his last match. I'm not going to go back and watch his last match years from now, probably.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, this basically was all like basically Triple H finally being able to defeat Batista.
Yeah, who freaking cares?
But yeah, overall, I mean, it was cool. It was cool to see. Batista had a very good last match.
Yep,
no doubt about it. And see you for going to the Galaxy 3.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3, also Avengers Endgame in a couple weeks.
Yep.
And in that movie called Stu Bird that's coming out this July. I saw the trailer to it. It looks funny.
And also, I just want to say this. We finally know what Batista finally wanted. We finally knew what he wanted.
What he really wanted?
Yeah. Go ahead and say it, Christian. Go ahead and say it.
We found out what he wants, what he really, really wants. He wanted. Go ahead, Ryan.
James Gunn back. And he got it.
And he got back what he wanted, man. All he wanted was to end his career. That's basically what this entire thing was. And in real life, he wanted to end his career like this. That wasn't just him saying character. He legit wanted it for real. He got it. Even though I'm kind of bummed out. We didn't get anything between him and Rey Mysterio before he wrapped everything up. But, it's all good. He's going to go off and do his own thing, which I'm proud of him. And I'm happy for him. He had a fantastic career because he was my very first wrestler seeing in the WWE, ever.
Batista probably
hung out. First wrestler introduced to me. So
Batista probably hung out with Rey backstage during the show.
There better be pictures. That's all I gotta say. But overall, man, it didn't live up to the hype, but it was fun. It was a fun match overall. And Triple H won. Who freaking cares? Who you gonna fight next year?
Moving on to the next match.
Before
we get to the next. Before we get to the next match, there's something else we have to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
This was so funny.
I know, right? So Elias played with Elias and Elias. What a great band.
I know. Who knew Elias could play piano, drums, and all that? What a genius. What a musical genius.
I didn't even know that.
And it also featured the return of the Dr. Thugonomics, John Cena.
Here we go. I thought it was going to be
the Doctor.
Rock. Or Stone Cold. It was freaking John Cena.
I actually thought it was going to be the
Rock. Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
I actually did mistake for a quick minute. It was going to be The Rock.
Nah. When the promo started to play, I was thinking, okay, what was the Chicago Cubs? No. It was
it was Babe Ruth.
Okay.
It was Babe Ruth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth and New York Yankees.
Although
Yankees. I still didn't understand the reference to how that references John Cena, the Doctor of Thugonomics.
Same.
Yeah.
I get that CM Punk once told John Cena, "You have become the New York Yankees," or whatever that one time.
Yeah.
But what does this have to do with the Doctor of Thugonomics, Cena?
Yeah.
Maybe the doctor loves that stuff.
I thought John Cena was a Red Sox fan since he's from Massachusetts.
He switched, I think.
Hey, he's surprised.
And they call me the Golden Shovel, so I'm about to bury your push. Your face looks like my nuts, except you have a hairier bush.
That made me. That was the end.
Oh my god! You know what my favorite one was?
What?
How do you put it? There won't be no attitude. There won't be no AAs, but you about to get the FU.
So? He said something about himself turning heel that also made me crack up. That was funny.
Yep. So Cena hits Elias with not the AA, the FU.
So we saw the FU return at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Man, we're getting everything we wanted.
The only and we also got something else we wanted. You know what that was? No Undertaker.
There was literally no Undertaker.
Not even
about
that.
You know what's crazy is that's the first WrestleMania without the Undertaker since 2000 or 2001.
And it didn't change anything.
Yeah, it didn't change anything. I mean, I had completely forgot about the Undertaker.
Same, legit.
And yeah, other people were complaining, saying like this didn't feel like WrestleMania. And I was like
WrestleMania to me.
It didn't feel like WrestleMania. I was like, oh really? Why? What's wrong? The response: there was no Undertaker. I'm like, wow.
Really? Just because a 54-year-old Mark Calloway is not walking down the ramp for your entertainment? Huh?
Think about this. People are saying that The Undertaker should have been the one to interrupt Elias, and Cena should have faced Kurt Angle. Which we'll talk about
you know what? He interrupted him the next night, so I ain't complaining.
Yeah, but still, like, Taker. Come on, people. Let's be honest here. The Undertaker's only back for money. That's really the only reason he's back, if I'm being honest, is money.
Exactly.
And that's why he's back.
Speaking of Kurt Angle, the next thing we're going to talk about is his farewell match. Kurt Angle lost to Baron Corbin.
I predicted it right.
Because in my opinion, it was perfect. It's wrestling tradition that the one who wrestles his last match loses his last match.
Yeah.
Batista and Kurt Angle. So there was that.
And so there's that to think about. Yeah. I mean, yeah. The only thing that people kept being pissed off about was the fact that Baron Corbin was Kurt's last match, and they were hoping that maybe Baron would either be attacked beforehand or after Kurt would easily defeat Baron Corbin. He would say, "I want a real opponent," and out would come John Cena. But in this case,
that's what I was predicting.
But in this case,
Cena was going to be there. So
yeah, here's the thing. That's what I did predict, that Angle would beat Corbin, and then Cena would ask for a real opponent, and then Cena would come out to fight him one last time. But you know what? I'm not upset about it, because here's the thing. I'm not the biggest fan of Baron Corbin, but I think he's a great heel. He's a great heel, whether you like it or not.
Exactly.
He is.
You're supposed to hate
I mean, because Angle did, technically they did kind of want him to put over a younger guy, and Angle agreed to it. Mm-hmm. Even though we sometimes we do, I know we kind of want things, but sometimes we don't always get them. And there may be a reason to that we probably don't know. But for what it was being, I'm happy. I'm just happy Kurt Angle got a good farewell send-off.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Same.
I mean, it's not like he's gonna leave. I mean, he'll still be around, but
he's just not gonna wrestle.
He's not gonna wrestle. Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Well, it's basically the guy can barely move in the ring. He can barely walk. So of course he doesn't need to be wrestling anymore.
Exactly.
So what really got to me, what kind of got emotional for me, is the video that they made. I think the Raw before Mania, where they did a tribute video to him.
Oh yeah,
that was. And he kind of started crying a bit. That really got emotional for me.
Yeah. And so people can say all they want that Kurt deserved better or a better opponent and everything, but that's irrelevant now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All that is irrelevant, because Baron Corbin didn't end Kurt Angle's career. Kurt Angle ended Kurt Angle's career.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because he's the one who announced it was going to happen beforehand, so whoever he faced, it wouldn't have mattered. If John Cena had faced them and beat him, Cena wouldn't have been the one to end his career.
Yeah.
And people are like, Kurt Angle should have at least won his last match. The response to that, Well, those who who compete in their last match, they lose their last match. That's tradition. Listen to tradition instead of your goddamn whiny temper tantrums.
Just like when Triple H or Undertaker or Cena have their last match, they're all going to go down for that person.
Exactly.
And Undertaker's retirement happens next year, but we keep saying that every year, and
at this point, we've given up on that.
I give up at this point.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go on and talk about something Heel Balor's excited for. The Intercontinental title match. Bobby Lashley versus the Demon, Finn Balor. Now I'll start with you, Ryan. What did you think of Finn Balor's entrance and his victory?
Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. It was awesome.
That was the first time I was ever in the crowd for the demonic Finn Balor, and it felt intense to be amongst the red lights.
Yeah, I bet it's cool. I was kind of hoping that way for Rumble, but you know, it's awesome to see it, even if it's on TV. I always love Finn Balor's demon entrances, and the funny thing is, this time it's who was it that announced it? Mike Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said the demon, and he didn't say the Demon King. He said the demon, which I think makes more sense because I don't really get the whole Demon King.
The Demon King is corny.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, it was cool, and the match was pretty good itself. Bobby Lashley got a good few spots in there. I like the part where he speared Finn Balor through the ropes. That was incredible. But yeah, I'm happy Finn Balor finally got his Intercontinental title back. Hopefully the second ring will be better than his first one. But hey, at least I did get to see Finn Balor win his first Intercontinental title in Houston.
Yep, and I got to witness the second one.
Yeah.
The Luchasaurus is really taking over.
Yep. Speaking of which, I will, there's an announcement I'll make later on, but when we get to the end, I'll also.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay. For me, I really enjoyed Finn Balor's entrance as well because it was cool to see the Demon in person for the first time ever. So it was absolutely great looking around MetLife Stadium. It was amazing, and to see Finn Balor win the match, win the second Intercontinental title was great. I liked how Leo Rush was freaking out.
Same.
He should have honestly screamed like a girl. That'd be great. But yeah, the heel is the Balor. What'd you think of this Intercontinental title?
Oh my goodness, what a entrance. First of all, let me start with the entrance, man. They nailed it. They nailed his entrance, and it was so cool to see. Finally, the Demon showing up at WrestleMania, which I've been waiting for. What a coincidence they saved it for WrestleMania. Everything just fell into place this time at WrestleMania. But for real, this match was pretty good. Lashley did get a few shots in, which kind of got me a little bit worried. Leo Rush running around screaming like a girl, which was hilarious to watch. Yeah, but Balor, the Demon paint was so cool. I like how he had the Statue of Liberty, or the statue of, I guess, demons on his back was pretty cool. There wasn't that much smoke. The only complaint was there wasn't that much smoke in his entrance, but that's a little nitpick there about his entrance. He won the match, Intercontinental Champion, and he loved sticking out his tongue a lot as the Demon. Holy crap. And after he won the title, the Demon just, I think it was before the match, he was doing his entrance. He reaches towards the title, and it was so cool. I'm like, yes, this is what I'm talking about. He grabs the title, hoists it up, and, did the too sweet. I was marking out. I was so happy. And I got what I wanted with Finn Balor as the Intercontinental Champion. Now it's on the WWE's part to keep it on him. And don't go back to Bobby Lashley. Please. My boy's the Intercontinental Champion.
Who's ready to talk about the big main event?
Christian, don't you mean the man event?
The winner-take-all triple threat for the Raw and SmackDown.
What?
I got cut off just like the announcer did at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
before we end, it's like, yeah, Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, main event.
Let's get ready to rumble. Oh wait, this is WrestleMania, not Royal Rumble. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I will ask. First of all, I will say, what were your thoughts on Charlotte Flair being in a helicopter?
That was pretty awesome.
It was pretty cool.
I mean, I was looking up. I thought that was the live feed.
Same. Did she actually go over the arena, or did they shoot this at a different time? Did she actually go over the stadium?
They must have shot that the night before.
Because I was wondering, there was literally nothing over the stadium. They were taking video on TV, and I didn't even see her. I was like, okay, they probably shot later at a different time, because she was probably backstage. So
yeah, they must have shot it the previous night, because it was nighttime when they were showing that video.
Yeah,
it was probably the night they were testing out the lightings and everything.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So that looked really cool. And my other question is, what'd y'all think of the performance of Joan Jett and the Blackhearts?
It was okay. I mean, I was just waiting for Becky. I didn't care about the band performance. It was cool, but I was like, where's Becky? Where's Becky?
I thought it was awesome.
The funny thing I like, the funny thing I thought was funny is, I find it funny when Ronda Rousey, when she comes out and she looks at Joan Jett, she smiles. Ronda starts smiling, and then as soon as she starts walking down the ramp, she goes straight face.
She goes back to badass. It was so funny. I noticed that.
It's hilarious.
I honestly didn't blame her.
That smiling.
I honestly,
it's so funny. I don't know what it was about that, but it's so funny. She smiles and then she starts walking. She's she goes back to heel.
She was smiling when she came out. I was like, "What are you doing?"
In this case, I can't blame her. I can't blame her. It's freaking Joan Jett.
Yeah.
True.
Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. Legendary, one of the most legendary performances of all time.
Yeah.
Cameron's just smiling at that. And it's her playing her entrance thing.
It's so funny, though.
She just comes up smiling, then she turns to the ramp, and she's goes all badass. She gets in the ring and gets in. I think it was Charlotte's Flair. I don't know who came out first. I think it was Ronda who came out first. She gets in the ring. She starts shadow punching everything. And I'm like, weren't you just smiling a few minutes ago? What the heck are you doing, man? Becky's entrance, which I freaking marked out for. It was awesome.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Becky
Black
Lynch,
Widow. I'm
glad that she did not get a customized entrance, because she was the type of...
I know,
she was the rogue in the situation, so... It's understandable. She's like the rebel. She's understandable that she did not get a customized entrance, because it's as if she doesn't need one.
Yeah. She came out looking all awesome, dressed in Black Widow gear, which made me mark out hard. I was like, yes! So, it was a pretty cool entrance. She got the smoke. It was pretty cool, even though I'm still over the man gimmick. But it was pretty cool. I was marking out the entire time. I had reactions to it. If you want to check it out on my channel, Heel Battle, go check me out. Whatever. But Becky Lynch, her entrance was awesome. I loved it.
And
then the match started. Ryan, you want to take over this one? I'm going to save mine for the ending.
Sure, yeah. Okay, let's talk about the main event. It was not great, not bad, but okay-ish. And I don't really know, the crowd kind of seemed a little bit dead. I mean, you did hear a lot of Becky chants and stuff, but the crowd just kind of seemed a bit dead. And it was probably maybe a good reason, because it was late. It pretty much went into midnight.
It was 11:30 when that match started around here. So
yeah, pretty much I even saw videos of people actually that were asleep during the event.
Same.
It was hilarious. But anyway, for what it was worth, I got to give props to all those one. They did really amazing. I don't really know. I mean, you could debate who did better, who was the best wrestler of the night, but You got to give credit to all three. And even Ronda did amazing. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, you could say whatever you want about Ronda Rousey, but you got to give her credit. Like she did her part. Charlotte did amazing, and Becky Lynch. Of course, obviously, I was rooting for Becky Lynch, but I give my props to the other two women because they did amazing. All three of them did amazing, and I'm happy that they were able to have their moment, being the first women to main event WrestleMania. My favorite funniest part of the match was Charlotte Flair doing the chops, and Ronda Rousey was like, "You chop like a bitch."
I chop like a bitch, huh?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. But yeah, and then the ending was funny because it was botched. It wasn't supposed to happen that way. I don't know how exactly it was supposed to go.
I think what was supposed to happen was that Becky was supposed to roll through and trap her and then to disarm her. That's what it looked like to me, because like Ronda's shoulders were down. Well, one of her shoulders were down, the other was up.
Yeah, at the one count they were down, but then she gets one of them up.
Actually,
even she looked shocked.
But I think, honestly, in my opinion, I think that kind of falls on the ref, because he should have been the one he really should have been the one to have seen that, and he should have stopped the count when
apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently they fined that ref for the ending. That's what I heard. They fined him. Like, really?
Yeah, because when Ronda got up, she was like, "Wait, what?" and everything like that.
She was legit shocked. I think Becky was even shocked.
Yeah, like they had they're like, "What the heck just happened?"
What the heck?
But this could actually,
but at least they didn't mess up the winner, though.
Yeah, Becky Lynch was still the winner. But
thank God they got that right.
Think about this though. The fans, at least in some ways, did also get what they want. They wanted Becky to win by defeating Ronda, not Charlotte.
They got what they wanted with that. So no more combined events.
Yeah, here's the thing. Here's the other thing. This actually, sure, was botched, but they can use that. Like I said, anytime something is botched, they use that to their advantage for the story. This could set up a future one-on-one encounter between Becky and Ronda.
Yeah, because here's the good thing about that. Here's what I like about that. Because, I mean, yeah, technically it's going to go down in the books as Ronda's first loss. But Ronda can say that, well, I was not pinned. I had my shoulder up. She could use that video evidence to say, well, I was not pinned fully because I had my shoulder up. So I was never defeated. And that could have a Survivor Series. They could have a one-on-one match.
I think WrestleMania next year, even though it probably won't be in the main event,
or if not there, come up to my kingdom for SummerSlam.
Yeah, for SummerSlam. That's a SummerSlam match there.
Yeah. I mean, Ronda is scheduled to work the big pay-per-views.
Yes. So she paired off and start family first, then she'll be back. So, it was the ending. Yeah, if it's my turn to go right ahead. I mean, the match was fine. There were a few parts that were very sloppy. Like Charlotte botched her natural selection, which made me laugh. I was like, she didn't grab fully. I think it was Ronda's head. She got Becky. I know that. She didn't get Ronda. And Ronda just randomly just fell forward and just sold it there. And also there was no table spots. There was actually no table spots. I believe there was no table spots on this WrestleMania with the announce table. Were there?
Actually, yeah, Triple H Batista.
Okay, it didn't break though.
Well, the first two times it didn't break, but the third time it did.
So, yeah.
It 3 times, which is sad.
You know, it's sad when you have a 255-pound Batista who can't break tables, but it's all good. It's actually
a shocking moment because the Spanish announce table took damage, but it didn't break. It's a WrestleMania moment.
It's a blessing in disguise, folks. But the ending of Charlotte, Ronda, and Becky, it was, of course, botched. I mean, I wouldn't have any problem with it. I really just looked up and I was like, what? Match was over. I started bawling my eyes out, and that's all we had. That's all you needed to know. I was happy. I was so happy.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, Becky Lynch is now both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion. Though I do want her to separate from the titles.
Same.
Double champ.
What?
I don't know what that means.
I said the double champ.
Oh, Becky 2 belts. Even though that's really, to be honest, it's kind of cringe now. Becky 2 belts. It's kind of cringe. My thoughts were okay. But I was really thinking they were going to give her, like, her own singles title. That's what I was thinking the entire time. Like, okay, they're going to introduce a new championship. Here we go. And also I was thinking, okay, here comes Bayley and Sasha, and Charlotte's going to get up. Here we go. Here's the big ending. No. They ended it with Becky. Good. That's how it should have ended. Power went off. I was crying. I was so happy. I got what I wanted with this WrestleMania. It was awesome.
Yeah. It was incredible.
Happy birthday,
happened,
Willie, and happy birthday, me.
Yep, it was our birthday.
It was so, at some point. It was our birthday throughout WrestleMania. It was both our birthdays because it was mine for the last half hour. So that's always cool.
Yeah. So technically, Christian turned 23 during the event of WrestleMania 35.
Yep.
I
can hit the rewind button and say, "Oh, I'm 22 again."
Hey, it's like, hey, 22. Hey, Midnight Strikes 23. How awesome is that? you saw me age in my vlog. How awesome is that?
With that being said, folks, that was our review on WrestleMania 35. Let's talk a little bit about what went down in the post events. The post-Raw SmackDown.
Let's get it over with.
The post-Raw SmackDown show, it was kind of lackluster.
They sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know. Like, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't. It just wasn't really like. It just didn't kind of almost feel like a.
It didn't. It felt like a regular Raw, to be honest.
Yeah, but and the funny thing is, like when it came to the main event, and when they found out it was the bar, the crowd was pissed.
I don't blame them.
And like they started chanting AEW and all that.
They started chanting Undisputed Era. Like CM Punk, there were AEW chants.
Yeah.
They started doing the wave. Apparently they started doing the wave at WrestleMania and they got booed. So that was funny. Like this Raw after Mania was just, it opened up with Seth Rollins, which was cool, I guess. I mean, and Kofi Kingston came out, which I was marking out. And they're like, hey, let's do a winner take all match. I'm like, oh, okay. Let's do it. Why did that fail?
I'm actually glad it failed because I don't want the titles to mix again.
We need the Universal Championship going though. But I mean, then we had Baron Corbin come out and gloat.
Well, obviously
and then
he had to. He had the right to gloat.
Well, no, but then Kurt Angle came out and I'm thinking, okay, here comes the debut. What do they do? Kurt Angle comes out and hits the Angle Slam. And I'm like, okay, it's over. Goodbye. And I hear Lars Sullivan's music hit. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. He beats the living crap out of Kurt Angle. Really no reaction whatsoever, to be honest.
I'm just happy he finally got to make his debut because I know he had that anxiety attack.
So it was pretty cool to see him there. I mean, but it really was just meh. Then there was a promo for Bray Wyatt's return. Yes, that's Bray Wyatt, folks.
Yeah, I figured that was Bray Wyatt. And I think that creature was a buzzard.
The buzzard, yeah.
Buzzards.
He's in a box or whatever, and he's probably smoking something. Like, what the heck? What's with that promo? I'm not even joking. Like, he's probably in that box smoking something. Like, he's laughing maniacally, and that legit scared the crap out of me.
He starts coughing, yeah.
Like, he's smoking a buzzard or whatever. Like, what the heck? And then Sami Zayn returned, which, my God, that was awesome. Even though I showed him backstage, but
he cut a hell of a promo on them.
He cut the most realest promos ever.
That was great.
That had me dying. See you in hell. I'm like,
I was like, dang.
Like, what did we do to you?
Well, he was pretty much talking to all the whiny bitches of the WWE universe.
True. He's talking about the trolls and the complainers that these wrestlers had to put up with. So, good on you, Sammy. But after I stood with you last year, this is the thanks I get. You tell me to go see me in hell? That's not nice, man. That hurt. But it was pretty cool to see Finn and Sammy go at it. It was awesome. I wanted Sammy to win, to be honest. But, that didn't happen. So, oh well.
There's still a good match on the list.
What happened afterwards?
Lacey Evans attacked Becky Lynch.
Yeah, finally.
We don't talk about it. Fine, we'll talk about it. Fine, we'll talk about it.
Go ahead, Heel Balor.
Oh my god. It was I can't stand Lacey Evans. I don't get her. I don't get the appeal of Lacey Evans. I just don't get what's so appealing about her. And I don't like her as a person. There's just a few things that I don't like her as a person. And her wrestling skills are freaking weak. I don't care who attacks me in the comments below. And you better be thankful this did not happen at WrestleMania. Because, that would have been so bad. But, her attacking Becky, I went off. I was so pissed off. So, there you go. Lacey Evans and Becky Lynch. Yay! Great.
So,
and then, yay. And then The Undertaker.
The Undertaker. Yeah.
You wanted him, you got The
Yeah,
Undertaker.
pretty much. Did you hear the reaction when Elias said the next person that interrupts me is a dead man? Everybody knew.
I didn't even know because, I had my, I think I have headphones or something like that. I turn my head, I hear the gong, I'm like, oh, shit.
I think you should have said something different than dead man.
When the gong hit.
So, yeah, it was like,
I'm busy.
so it was crazy to see that what went down with The Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, of course, I'm like,
Yeah.
here come the people whining and bitching about why wasn't he at WrestleMania, but he was on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what? I'm happy that he at least made an appearance. I honestly didn't want him to wrestle because, I think he should have retired a couple years ago, but WWE just kept forcing him to do all this.
Mm-hmm.
Paying him so much money.
They don't have any sympathy.
Yeah.
Came out and beat the crap out of Elias, and that was it.
Yeah,
Really
it
nothing.
is. I will say this: it's awesome to see Undertaker's entrance live in person.
And his freaking straps were down, which was kind of weird to me. I don't know why he didn't pull his straps up. It was so weird to see him come out with the straps were down. I'm like, what was he doing? His straps were down when he came out. And also his hairline's going away. He's getting bald.
Yeah.
He's getting bald.
And here's another thing. Even despite the fact that after the Dusty Classic is over and everything, Alistair and Ricochet are still teaming.
I have no problem with them teaming, but I think it needs to end at this point.
It does, yeah.
It needs to end. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Aside from that, Alexa Bliss also wrestled finally again.
She beat the living crap out of Bayley in a very, very, very physical match. What the heck was that? A legit. I was thinking that was a legit fight because I was like, what the heck is going on? It was brutal. She legit slapped her in the face. Alexa legit slapped her in the face. Dang. What did she do to you? Apparently Sasha wasn't there. Sasha even blocked her on Twitter, apparently. Or I think it was the other way around. Somebody blocked somebody on Twitter.
Alexa blocked.
Okay,
Sasha.
Alexa blocked Sasha on Twitter. And apparently that loss for Sasha at WrestleMania was very personal, apparently. So she's taking a leap of absent, apparently. So she's going through things. So we wish Sasha the best. I really do.
Sure.
And also,
Yeah.
as much as I'm actually thankful once again that neither Seth nor Kofi unified their titles.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
A lot of people were expecting Undisputed Era to show up.
Yeah, I was one of them. I'm like, okay, here we go. Here comes my boys. And it didn't happen. Thank God. Thank God it didn't happen. Because, come on, guys. They're in a feud with Johnny Gargano.
I had a feeling, too, because, it's Seth, Kofi, and then, of course, the New Day. And it's not that, oh, shoot, 4 people. I was thinking Undisputed Era might actually, lay everybody out.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen.
Here comes the bar. And I was doing my reactions. People were pissed off.
Upset.
I shouldn't be laughing because I know they were expecting Undisputed, but come on, people. Come on. And it was so bizarre. And the ending, people were pissed on the ending. I don't blame them, to be honest. It really wasn't that good of an ending. You ended with the bar. And then they had SmackDown and Raw guys showing up out of nowhere. And I know why they're doing that because of the shakeup next week. It was so weird. And then like, yeah, Seth and oh yeah, by the way, the Universal Championship apparently the strap apparently has Velcro. So yay. I'm not even joking. The strap is held together by Velcro. Why?
Who knows?
God, you freaking morons. Anyways, SmackDown Live. It was not better.
Shockingly,
SmackDown
no.
Live was just not good either.
The main event was a 6-man tag match. The New Day took on The Bar and Drew McIntyre, who, by the way, walked out during commercial break.
It was so bizarre. Like, the whole thing, the whole SmackDown was just weird. You had Becky Lynch and Lacey Evans again. Yeah, which made no sense.
Shane McMahon constantly getting the ring announcer to announce him as best in the world like 7 or 8 times.
Shane McMahon bullying poor Greg Hamilton. Like, you had...
leave my boy alone.
Yeah, like, you had, like, the very beginning of, like, the New Day celebrating with, like, this big rainbow in, like, the middle of the ring. It was so weird. You had Samoa Joe. You had Braun Strowman on this show.
Yeah, Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman actually brought, which I actually like, because I'm hoping this means Braun's going to go to SmackDown, and he'll have his...
Same.
If Braun's going to be on SmackDown, that'd be great.
It would be. But, like, then you had, what else do you have? You had,
We had Aleister Black, Ricochet, and Ali take on Rusev, Nakamura, and Andrade.
The most funniest laughing moment of the night was Randy Orton coming out of nowhere and RKOing Mustafa Ali. It was so funny.
It's just Ali.
Then after that, you had Kevin Owens stunning Rusev for some reason, which made no sense. The Hardy Boys won the tag team titles.
Yeah, I like that. The Usos took on the Hardy Boys. That was actually a great match.
That was cool. I didn't expect the title to change, but the match was all right.
Hardy Boys had an anytime chance, and the Hardys were then attacked by Lars Sullivan.
Which makes no sense, but he attacked Kurt Angle the night before. Why are you attacking Legends?
And let's also forget the Iconics took on the greatest tag team ever, the Brooklyn Bells, 45-0.
The Brooklyn Bellas?
Ryan, I swear to God. No. Okay, let's talk about it. Paige was backstage, and she's like, we're going to bring up she's going to be managing some tag team. I'm like, oh God, here we go.
It's either going to be Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, or...
Don't say it. Go and say it. Go ahead. Go ahead and say
Sky Pirates.
Yes. Much better. I thought you were going to say somebody else.
Sky Pirates. Hey, by the way, this reminds me. Ladies and gentlemen, next year's WrestleMania in Tampa Bay, Florida is pirate themed. Let's get please welcome our host, Captain Jack Sparrow.
I'm legit hoping they do that.
Because could you have imagine Johnny Depp at WrestleMania as Jack Sparrow?
Dude, I'm not even
joking. The host, oh my gosh.
Because they got the pirate thing in the background, right? You could have him do the hosting from the pirate ship.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense why it's like a pirate team, because I mean, obviously the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, that's their whole thing. So it makes a lot of sense, and it should be exciting. So my prediction is that for the whole stage setup, I think it's gonna be like a pirate ship, and they're gonna have this big old long, like
plank.
33. They're gonna have this
a
big old ramp. Yeah,
plank to the ring from the stage.
Yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen. That's
a big plank, and they're gonna have the wrestlers they need the wrestlers swinging down from ropes.
Kyrie Sane's gonna do that. Kyrie Sane's gonna do that.
You'd have a sword fight on the set.
Oh, that'd be awesome, actually. A sword fight in the main event, huh?
You have an appearance from Jack Sparrow, and he has an in-ring segment. You can bring back Paul Burchill. Bring back Paul Burchill from WrestleMania 36.
Oh, my gosh.
Kind of segment. And you'll have, instead of a title match for the main event, you'll have this sword fight with, Vince McMahon and Johnny Depp. The main event, WrestleMania 36.
Hey, you know what would be awesome?
What
if Orlando Bloom showed up as Will Turner?
Oh, yes.
And had a rematch with Jack Sparrow in the ring in a sword fight.
That'll be the main event of WrestleMania.
I would freaking watch that all the time.
I'm not even joking.
Because, they had the best sword fight in the Pirates movies.
But, oh my God, the fact they're going to, that stadium, and, I didn't know a thing about it. I had to do research. holy crap, like it looks freaking awesome, to be honest. I mean, I was a little bit bummed out they didn't go to someplace like probably Los Angeles or like one of those big new stadiums that they got with there's one that has a glass roof. Glass
Atlanta.
You know what that one? Yes, that one.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yes, that's where I was hoping they were gonna go. But, you know, this place looks pretty cool.
Mania 37 is rumored. It's rumored, not confirmed, but rumor has it for Los Angeles. Yeah,
it was for LA and their stadium. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. But Ryan, you said you had something for Mania 36 you wanted to say?
Yeah,
or 7?
So,
36.
Yeah, there's coming out that I'm going to make. So now these are not confirmed by any means, but until like I purchase tickets, obviously. But is a very good possibility that, well, obviously Royal Rumble is definitely confirmed because it is in my state of Texas. It will be in Houston, so I will be attending that. But there's a good possibility that I will also be attending WrestleMania 36 next year. And not too sure, but maybe, possibly, maybe not. This year, I could be going to Survivor Series this year in Chicago.
What?
Oh, right.
Yep.
Really? I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
As for me, I do not know if I'll be at WrestleMania next year. Who knows? Who knows where I'll show up?
Hey, you might finally get the Raw this December, right? Raw or SmackDown, I believe.
Yes, I'm getting Alabama is apparently getting in the leaks. Alabama is apparently getting Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live. So we're getting this is the first time Raw will be back since 2016. So it's pretty cool. And I am planning on going to my very first Raw event, so it's pretty cool. Sadly, I won't be able to attend SmackDown because I will be on vacation. But Raw, dang, I'm going to try and make it.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
What a great podcast. This was our 32nd episode, folks.
It really was, man.
32,
crazy.
Yeah.
Like 32, this is our 32nd podcast, and this is the second episode of Season 2.
Yeah.
It's great that, you know, we've been doing this for over a year now.
It really is.
And we're going to continue to keep doing this.
Should we talk about what we got planned, or do you want to save it for a different time?
For as long as we freaking want. What we got planned, that's going to be in the next edition of the podcast in like a few weeks.
Ooh. Okay, sounds good.
Because I'm going to give it a few weeks before, hopefully we'll finally know the full pay-per-view schedule. For a few things, but
So I believe what's next? The Money in the Bank or the Saudi Arabia show?
The Saudi Arabia show got moved to June the 7th, so it's not going to be until
Good. Good.
Coming up next will be Money in the Bank, but there's going to be an episode of the podcast in a few weeks, probably at the start of May, where we're going to discuss like the plan set up for us.
Yep, and we might talk a little bit of an elite company, maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows?
But
until
until then, folks, we want to thank you guys for joining us on a review of NXT TakeOver, the WrestleMania, and the post-WrestleMania shows. I really had fun with this. Once again, shout out to Connor and Kelsey, who could not be here today.
Yeah, definitely. It's fun hanging out with you, Connor.
Yep.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Rice and Ryan hung out with Connor Riley this past weekend. Earlier this week, sorry. So
yeah, it was awesome. I miss you too, Kelsey.
All right.
I haven't met any of these guys, so one day.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Losers Lounge Podcast, episode number 32, and we'll see you guys next time.